Ooh, dude, you seen the any gaming news lately?
The disc thing, yeah.
Yeah,
It's weird because
literally just saw that about 10 minutes ago.
yeah. I mean, I get in a way I kind of understand people concerned that companies might be able to take advantage of it or whatever.
The licensing, yeah,
Yeah,
all
but
that
it's
stuff.
also
Yeah, owning the game,
it's
not
also
owning the
just
game.
kind of they won't ever do that because if they ever did for some reason be like, oh, you don't own this anymore, everyone would actually stop playing PlayStation or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everyone threatens. They're like,
I
oh,
mean,
I'm
it
not gonna
sets
play
the
PlayStation.
precedent.
Yeah, I'm like they're
Yeah,
no
they've set
everyone.
the precedent with like extra and premium, with
Sure,
like
sure.
and essential for that matter, with like taking shit away. So I think although that stuff again already
But
free, but you are
you're
paying for it
signing
obviously
up for
for the
that intention.
subscription,
They the subscription thing
right?
is different because it's
And they're but
extra
the thing is
extra
they're
and
gonna say that
premium.
you sign up for that.
Well, I mean, it's not the same though.
PlayStation
Like extra and premium, it's
or Sony.
the deal is that these things will not be on here forever.
Oh,
Whereas
I agree.
buying
No,
the
I
license, that's
I
not the
completely
deal.
understand. Right. I think it's more so yes, but it's a slippery slope, and
Sure,
they
yes.
could like technically all those licenses say they can be revoked for any reason. Now, legally speaking, like you can do anything, right? We could kill people, we could jump off buildings, but like, you know, could they get away with it basically? Is it possible? Absolutely. Is it a worry? Like that's really up for debate. I do think, but like
Yeah.
you'd rather not have to worry.
Yeah.
But
My thing
I'm
is just
talking to like the right side of my screen.
it just feels like it would be PR suicide to just do something crazy
Agreed.
like people talk about because that's what I'm like people right now are like they after this news dropped are like, oh my
Well, why
god,
not?
we're not gonna play PlayStation anymore because fuck them for saying they're gonna do this. But it's
Right.
like, okay, but they haven't
Yeah, the
done
pushback
anything
has
yet.
been decent.
It's like not obviously the
Right.
disc thing. It's like the whole idea that people are mad about is the potential for them to revoke licenses or whatever. And it's like they won't do that because if
Yeah.
they did do it, everyone would actually stop instead of how right now everyone's like, oh, you should stop playing PlayStation. It's just like I'm not gonna stop playing PlayStation. You're ridiculous because I just don't believe that they would ever
Yeah.
do it because it's like what could possibly be the value in that? It's just
I I'm a little bit more cynical. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't care half as much as most of the people I see like freaking out.
yeah,
But I'm concerned. I have a non-zero. It's pretty low. I agree. I agree with you that the odds are low, and it is PR suicide. But I do think part of what you're saying is true as well. Like people are still going to buy PlayStation. They think that, right? They think that, so they do it anyways,
right.
and they think they can take the hit. And maybe mathematically, I mean, it'll probably look bad, but mathematically, like maybe it is somewhat survivable. So they might. So there's that
Sure.
2, 1, 5, 10, who knows, percent chance.
Plus, I mean, their logic also
It's not gonna be
makes.
today.
Yeah, right. But their logic also, like PlayStation, Sony, whatever, their logic makes unassailable sense because they were literally like, look, I don't know what the actual percentage is, but they were like 90% of people
Sure.
buy games digitally and they don't buy discs anymore. So this is just a waste. There's
Yeah,
no
it's a
point in
high.
doing it.
Well,
So
I'll be honest. I look at it this way. It's like, you know, Blu-ray, or we had what, cassette tapes, DVDs, Blu-ray, and now, we've kind of moved on, and so much stuff is digital. Like these things
yeah,
do kind of go technically obsolete. What is a disc? I mean, let's be honest. A CD, a DVD. Like I have some I bought some CDs just to be cool. Well, I had some. I got some for my parents as well. But
sure.
like, it's out. It is by definition going to be outdated, and at some point, other than the novelty, literally other than the novelty, it does not make sense. But people are going to be worried
Right.
anyways, and I think most people, if I had to guess, I actually, I mean, like I said, I saw it 10 minutes ago. Maybe I haven't looked deeply enough. Maybe people are like, you know, I don't know. But it's interesting. It's interesting.
Well, the main argument I've seen is everyone saying the typical thing of if buying isn't owning, then oh my god, what is it? Then piracy isn't stealing. Like that's the argument.
Yeah.
But so
Right.
it's
Right.
definitely also it's the rage and fear, I guess, is all 100% centered on the whole they could technically say you don't own the game anymore. But I'm like, why would they do that?
Right,
Like, you're not. No one addresses. I'm like,
right.
why would they do it?
Let's talk about it on the podcast a little bit, just because it's topical.
We're already recording, so we might as
Um,
well. So we can just.
okay,
I'll
nice.
just leave the beginning in there.
Oh,
Uh,
sweet. Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, in that case, then,
yeah,
like, I mean, obviously they could walk it back, but will they? Won't they? I guess it's hard to say. Maybe they have some sort of expanded explanation. I think if anything, in terms of like eventually going obsolete, like I was saying, I think most people understand that that's kind of a inevitability, but like this is maybe too soon in their minds.
yeah. I think the way that they like framed it too kind of threw people off because the way it was like posted about originally or whatever was like,
Update on
oh,
physical,
well, not
whatever.
even just that, but it was like it was also,
Oh,
hey, it was something to do with like PS3 and PS4 like becoming completely irrelevant because you that doesn't even really make sense, but it was something to do with like, oh well, you won't be able to play discs anymore, so PS4 and PS like as a way of phasing out like older consoles essentially, being like, oh, we're gonna make it like actually impossible to play new stuff on older generation stuff. And it's just kind of like, okay, is that kind of fucked up? Yes, but at the same time, they don't want you to just have a PS3 forever. If you're like, or a PS4, like if a PS4 can play most games and you'll never be motivated to buy a PS5 or a PS6 or whatever, as a
I mean, yeah,
company,
it's a business decision.
you can't like necessarily be mad that they're like, okay, we got to figure out how to make people let go of the PS4. And obviously, if they had made more games for the PS5 era, then like that would have helped.
Yeah,
But
which
it also
is starting to pick up, but like,
sure,
they're gonna get some big hitters, but like it's mostly been it's the quantity is still not 100% there. Although obviously, I think, well, I say obviously because I know you play games and you notice shit. It's been a pretty nice increase in the last like 12 to 18 months, but before that, I mean, it was
yeah,
snail's pace
yeah.
for PS5 games.
And then there's also
And they're gonna get more big hitters. Like they've
sure,
had big hitters, but the quantity has only now started to pick up.
yeah. Plus, there's the whole thing where a lot, even games that are technically PS5 games, have PS4 versions. Like that's still like
Right.
they sell them at the same time or whatever. Like
A few, yeah.
even like I mean a lot of them though. I mean like even like good games, like really like critically acclaimed stuff that people like Silk Song is a good example. Like that has PS5 and
Yeah.
PS4 version. And obviously I
Oh, it
don't
does, yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, and I don't think that's as, it's not as acclaimed as Hollow Knight was. But at the
Definitely like
same
a
but it's
resource intensive.
yeah, it's definitely one
Yeah.
of those things where it's like this game people have been looking forward to for 10 years or some shit like
Also,
that.
people are gonna buy, at some point you gotta have people need to buy the game. Like if you want more people to buy the game,
Sure.
you gotta have a PS4
And
version.
I guess it's also the
So that's definitely a
difference.
factor.
Yeah. I guess it could also be the difference between, if it's games made by Sony and PlayStation specifically that don't have discs. Because, I mean, I guess it could be more complicated for certain indie companies because they might not have like the money to make disc copies or whatever. But it's not like
I mean, but like then they those companies just already don't do that.
that's what I'm saying, but I'm like, if at one point, if it someday it becomes a problem where like Sony is taking advantage of the fact that there are no discs, indie companies could be like, "Fuck you" and make discs anyway, and or I don't know. I'm just
Yeah, but that would be a day. That would be one day, and Sony would say your games can't plan. Oops, update. Your games can't plan
right.
anything
But then if
anymore,
they
and
did
then they
do
just
that, then
let
everyone would actually just switch to fucking Steam or Xbox or whatever still allows you
yeah.
to like whatever isn't all corrupt or
Which
whatever the case might be.
I think in the decision tree, if you get to the point where, first off, I think at that point we can agree there's been a failure. There's been a failure in the system. The shit has gone wrong if you have to switch systems. But I think also the concern is that I like how you said Steam first, and there's layers there, but at least in my opinion, I would assume like PC would be the quicker option, because what's probably going on at Microsoft, probably the same shit if that ends up being the case, because you'd be stupid not to. And maybe it follows a year or two, maybe they try to, make a market of it. I remember the Pixel. I have a Pixel. I remember famously that the Pixel. I mean, you know what's coming, but I remember famously the Pixel. I believe it was the Pixel 2. Definitely the Pixel X, the first Pixel that came out, because I had the Pixel XL. Um, and the marketing was super explicit. It was snappy. It was Google. It was like, oh wow, this is a lot better than these old crappy phones that Google used to make. These are good. And in fact, we're going to put our real name on it. And they were touting hanging on to old technology headphone jacks. It's like, we have a headphone jack. Like, we're cool. It's not the fucking charging port. That's so stupid. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, listen to what you fucking want to listen to. Peace out. And within, I mean, the turnaround, I hope was at least another model. But I can tell you with confidence, because I had a Pixel 3. Guess what it didn't have? It did not have a headphone jack.
Yeah,
But who was using headphone jacks anymore? And you know what? Some New Yorkers are gonna say, "Fucking, I use them on the subway or some shit." And I'm like, okay, I saw a couple. I've seen some people on MARTA, but like, I don't know.
yeah,
That's it, man. They're mostly dead.
yeah. Imagine having earbuds that have a cord in 2026,
Yeah.
like a
But Pixel
caveman.
looked like idiots, but like at the same time, no one gave a fuck because of that.
Yeah,
Like, no one's actually just using that shit anymore. I will say, I mean, my personal input is I mean, I'll buy digital games, whatever, but for the games I know I'm gonna replay, or just really good games in general, I try to buy the physical disc, and I usually do. But that is definitely more for the novelty than fear of losing access to. Like, I have God of War for free like 5 times over or whatever at this point, or,
sure.
or
Yeah, yeah,
Ragnarok.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so like, do I need the disc?
Yeah. It's like
Probably not.
it was probably
Um,
free at some point as like one of the monthly games, and then it was part of the PlayStation
right.
hits, and then it was probably
Yeah.
it's probably a part of extra right now or something. It's like that game is super
Right.
free.
It's definitely. Yeah. And certain other games like it, like Last of Us or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
um,
I don't know. Last of Us usually isn't free. They don't give a fuck, bro. They'll milk that shit until
first one,
the first one. There's like
like the
one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
unremastered, is
One.
free.
I
Or
think
the
the
first.
original one's free, but definitely not Last of Us Part
They
Two.
haven't made remastered free.
I don't think so. They don't give a fuck, bro. They're like fuck you.
I
Pay
I,
us
I
money.
wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know though cuz I think Uzair bought both of them. So I like just,
Ah,
for game sharing I just play them that way, but that was
yeah.
another thing people were getting all up in arms about too is they were like, "Oh, you won't be able to share your games with other people anymore." And I'm like, "First of all, let's not pretend like we all do that. Like if I want to play the only example I can even think of when it
I
happened
don't think it's
recently.
as used as you think.
I don't know. I mean, the only time I can remember in like the past decade when I remember someone like sharing a game physically was when I
Mhm.
borrowed Dark Souls 3 from you like a year ago. That's the only time I can think of that
I
it's happened
Parker borrowed
in a
Hogwarts
long
Legacy
time.
from me,
Okay. Still though, I'm
so
like, but that my
and
my point though is that like game sharing exists. So it's kind of like people like because that was a big part of it where people were like, "Oh, you can't share games with your friends anymore." And I'm like, "You can, you just can't share the physical versions." Like I like and you could
speaking
share
of
your
speaking
entire
of
library.
actually,
Like what
yeah, yeah, agreed. It's sick. Funny intersection of the topic here is, I lent another game. I lent Alien Isolation for the PS4. I bought that game, and fun fact about that game, I believe that game has 2 discs,
Interesting.
A disc, actually a disc one and a disc two. Now, I do think it was potentially for the novelty as well, um, because they had a lot of art or
Oh,
whatever on the
okay.
disc. The disc looks
Sure.
fucking cool as shit. And then I believe, and I don't think I'm making this up. I believe I had a third disc for having the Nostromo edition, but I could be wrong on the last part. But I remember having like a gold disc, and I think that's what it was. Um, I lent that game and never got it back,
To who?
so that was unfortunate. Remember Alex from high school? Hung out with a Logan and Jacob. Jacob's friends. Jacob L.
I think I can vaguely see it in my head.
They're not. Not to say that they're not good people, but they're. I mean, there's no reason for you to know them, for the most part. So, um, yeah, lent it. I mean, and he was apologetic. He couldn't find it. I mean, he looked for it. So that shit was either sold or that's he lost it. So
Tragic.
unfortunate, but I do and have owned Alien Isolation for free several times. In fact, I owned it. It got taken off PlayStation, I believe, and then it's definitely on it now because I own
Yeah.
it for free.
Oh, I think it was. I'm like 100% sure it was one of the monthly games at some point because I own it, and
Oh,
I'm
for
like
sure.
in my head, I'm like I don't think I bought it. Like I'm like almost certain I didn't buy it, but I definitely own it separately of like extra or premium or whatever. But yeah,
Nice.
I'm not worried about this thing. It'll be fine. And if it's never, and
Dystopian future, Michael.
if it ever becomes not
The
fine,
world of
then I'll
2029.
just play games on my PC. It's fine. No big deal. Like,
I don't want to, I just don't. I don't want all that hassle,
sure,
man. I
the
don't want all
transition would
that
be annoying,
investment. Let me
but
play on
like,
the PlayStation, bro.
yeah, the transition would be obnoxious, especially because, well, I was actually thinking about it the other
I
day.
own all these games.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, trying to, well, not really, not like actively considering switching from PlayStation to PC, and then like using Steam as like for buying stuff. But
Yeah,
I was looking it up, and the problem is that because obviously the big selling point I think that a lot of people talk about when it comes to Steam is that they've always got like really good deals all the time, like on everything, even like, and I guess, and
sure.
like faster than PlayStation or Xbox or whatever does it, where they'll be like, uh,
Yeah,
you know, for a PlayStation, let's say Wolverine comes out, right? And then that game won't be on sale for like a year at least. And then when it is on
yeah,
sale,
minimum
the first sale is only going to be like 10% or something like that. It's not going to be like a
twenty
good sale.
percent at
Yeah.
most.
Whereas like Steam games will be on sale a month after they come out and the sale will be like 50%. And then it never goes
Yeah,
back to full price
40%.
ever again.
Yeah,
And it's just like, okay, so like, but they don't have anything that even remotely competes with like PS Plus, like extra premium, as far
oh
as
yeah,
like
yeah,
sheer volume of games, especially like if if you're playing games like I do, where it's mostly trophy hunting, and it like it makes it easier to try games that I would never have played. Like there are so many games that I never would have played because I never would have been like, oh yeah, I'll spend $20 or $30 or $40 on
oh
this
yeah.
random fucking
Well,
shit that
people
I've
say the
never
same
heard of.
about Game Pass. Like
Yeah, Game Pass too.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Game Pass
there's
and PS Plus. Like, there's nothing on PC like Steam, whatever,
a lot
that
of value
even
there.
remotely touches Game Pass or PS Plus as far as like how much it costs compared to how many games. I didn't like literally count. I just did like an average of, I think it was like $60 per game or whatever. Because obviously some games are 80, some games are 40 or whatever the case might be. And then I multiplied it by how many games I have like platinumed, and it's like
Yeah.
25, it's like $30,000 worth of video games. It's an absolutely ridiculous number.
Wait, that's
And
crazy.
yeah, and so then I was, when I was looking it up or whatever, and I was like, yeah, there's just no comparison for it. Like, yes, on like if you're buying shit
Yeah.
through Steam, you own it and it's usually on sale or whatever, but it's not for someone that plays literally hundreds of video games.
Yeah, there's plenty of upsides, but like there's also plenty of downsides when you compare it to at least, I mean, simplicity and the deals you get
Yeah.
like from these long term shits are really good.
The only thing I think I'll use like my PC for as far as gaming is buying games that you literally just can't play on PlayStation. Like uh like for some reason they never have remastered or like I actually looked this up but I can't remember what the actual reason was, but they never remastered or like ported Modern Warfare 3, like the original one. And after I played I just like did the Modern Warfare 1 and 2 on my alt like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, damn, I really wish I could play
Yep.
Modern Warfare 3 because the World War 3 aspect of that game was so cool. Like I remember so clearly there's like one part of the game where I think you're, yeah, you have to be in Paris. But you're like in Paris and you're like going across a bridge or something like that, and there's like this massive explosion under the Eiffel Tower, and the whole fucking thing comes down, and like the whole Eiffel Tower falls into the bridge, and it's just like
That sounds
it's
familiar. Yeah.
so cinematic, it's so great,
Yeah.
and I was like, this game's
Oh wait,
so
I remember
dope,
that shit.
yeah, and
Oh, that's
yeah,
so good.
that game was so good. Not, obviously it's no Modern Warfare 2, but that shit was still peak, and I was like, man, I really wish
I
I
mean,
could
it
play this.
followed it up like it was never gonna be as good, but it followed up pretty well.
Yeah, and I was like, I might just buy Modern Warfare 3 on PC and play it that way because like it's like 20
I
bucks.
played a lot of Modern Warfare 3 on the Xbox 360, man. I played a
Yeah,
ton.
remember when we all used to have Xboxes? What a crazy time,
Well, I mean, at that era, it
dude.
was almost as stark of a difference console-wise. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
there. I mean, you guys had, several. You had PS3s, but like, I mean, that was a losing battle at the time for sure.
dude. Xbox 360 compared to PS3 was like Xbox 360 was so much better. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Dude, I had a gold Chrome Xbox 3. No, it was just my controller. Yeah, it was just my controller. But oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
sick,
PS3
man.
was fucking terrible. That thing sucked,
It took forever to load everything.
dude.
That's what sticks out the most for me. A GTA 5 loading screen. Tell your kids about like loading up GTA 5
Dude,
on a PS5 like Slim, like not like a PS5 Slim, and it would take 20, 30 plus minutes, bro, just to load that fucker up for the first
dude,
time.
if you were trying to load up
You're looking at
GTA,
those damn.
bro, yeah. If you were trying to load up GTA on PS4 or not PS4, PS3, you would literally like you could leave and go to dinner with your friends and
Yeah.
come back and the loading screen would
Hmm.
still be going through all the
It might
pictures.
it might be on like 70, 80, depending on when you started.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Yeah, and that was running at optimum PlayStation hardware.
Yeah, and like I don't, maybe it was just maybe it's just something that I experienced, but I feel like my PS3 always used to like it just would not stay stably connected to internet when you needed it. Like
Oh yeah,
it was so bad
I
about
think the
like,
PlayStation Network just had a ton of
yeah,
problems,
the
or was it
PlayStation
just your internet,
I
not
I
PlayStation Network?
but I don't think so because I mean like I, I had internet for other stuff, and I don't remember ever being like, "Oh man, this
Right.
sucks." It was literally playing PS3, and it was just like, "Oh yeah, it's not working," and I was like, "All right, fuck you." But but yeah, no, Xbox 360 was the fucking best, and then PS4
It's
came out of
awesome, man.
nowhere and said,
Yeah,
"Fuck you, bitch."
from the top rope with give up Destiny on
Yeah,
launch.
with the white PS4, the
Straight up
white
launch.
Destiny PS4. Mm,
Those are the days,
that
man.
shit was so
I
good,
got
bro.
I think I got like unironically like $50 plus, $75 more for trading that in. When I did trade it in for the big
Oh,
five.
the white one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, original
Rest in peace,
launch,
Destiny, by the
yeah,
way.
Destiny. I don't know if you saw it, but like they added all of Destiny 2 to PS Plus, like literally all of it.
Well, did you see the news about Destiny 2?
What
I
I
saw that, yeah. I saw that.
uh, it was just that they like canceled whatever future or something like that. Was what? I mean, I don't remember. I saw
Basically, they're
something.
shutting it down. Like you're still gonna be able to like they're still gonna let you do the shit in the game, but they're done with it. There's nothing,
Right.
no
Okay. Yeah.
expansions.
Right. That's what I
It's ended.
thought. That they were just like, oh yeah, we're done. We're not upgrading it anymore or whatever.
But they also announced like Destiny 1 will no longer be playable as
Oh,
well.
like actually just shutting down the
I
servers or
think I
whatever.
think they're actually shutting down Destiny 1. Like I
I
think the online,
yeah.
I'd have to maybe I need to look at the article, but
That makes
yeah.
sense, honestly. Who the fuck is still playing Destiny 1? Like, it's just like
Oh, yeah, Destiny 1, you're right.
Destiny 2, people
You
still
are right.
play, but like Destiny, because like especially Destiny, or the second Destiny, they put way more effort into like the expansion packs and stuff like that. Like Destiny had what a hand like 3 or 4 DLCs, and then Destiny 2 came out, and Destiny 2 has like fucking 11 DLCs, and
Yeah, Destiny 2 they went great. Well, there wasn't a need. I think it was really just the PS5 that or not the PS5, but just next generation hardware that came out that caused Destiny to release actually like a second game instead of just like continuing
sure,
with
sure,
expansions.
right, yeah.
And they test the waters with a few, but um, yeah, it's maybe there is still gonna be you can still play Destiny. It looks like maybe I'm wrong about that, um, but yeah, they are saying goodbye Destiny 2, which kind of seems like no Destiny 3 because obviously like we're still in the early stages, arguably. Well, I mean, I guess the PS6 is probably gonna come out in maybe like I don't know 3 to 5 years. Hopefully not sooner, but you had time left. You didn't have to do this. Clearly, they were just done.
Yeah.
But rest in peace.
Destiny 2 just seems like so much work to try to get into in the first place. It's just so there's so much in that
So
game
is
too.
any of those games, but I do think Destiny is a lot more approachable than any other. Let's say many other MMO style, or
True, true. Destiny is one of the more accessible
or
MMOs
the
out of
genre,
like yeah,
RPG, whatever.
because even just I mean I'm just thinking like immediately popped in my head is like Wizard 101 is a weirdly good example.
Mm.
That game is not accessible at all. Like like to someone brand new. Like if you've actually never played that game
It's
before,
a lot to
and
buy into
especially now,
initially.
like back when it was
The
like there,
combat is a lot more
dude,
complex
yeah.
than it should be,
Back when it was just
in
like
my
the
opinion.
original 5 worlds and that was all the game was and it was super simple. It was like back then easy as hell to get into. Now it's like
Yeah.
it still starts that way, but after you get past that point, it gets fucking complicated real fast. And even like some of the earlier stuff they've changed around or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, Destiny definitely feels like one of the more accessible of that kind of game. Cuz like there's
Because it'll
some
play like Halo,
yeah, yeah.
in some ways, and it's like the story's pretty good.
Yeah.
They've
Having it be
never
like a
actually tripped on that budget.
mhm. But yeah, having it be like
I
a
think they still have Nolan North.
but like having it be
Could
like
be
a
wrong on that, but
an FPS style type thing kind of makes it easier, I guess.
mm, yeah. And like, I could be wrong. Obviously, I haven't played in ages, but the combat, yeah, like we said, the combat pretty accessible. The story pretty good, and relatively simple, broad strokes concepts.
Oh my god, speaking of video games, I saw a hilarious clip the other day. I don't even know who this was, but it's some streamer and they were playing Elden Ring for the first time. And they were
Mm.
fighting Melania and he thought it was phase 2 when she whipped out waterfowl for the first time.
Yo,
And I was like, bruh, I'm like, you about to
that's not
be
a good sign.
that's not good.
It's gonna be a long day.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man,
It was pretty funny. It's like that is so not
yeah,
phase 2, bro.
yeah, he's not ready.
That's just an attack, my guy. Oh my god. Okay. Before we get into My Hero, because we finally need to talk
Right.
about it.
Oh yeah, sure. I've got
I
many.
I just I remembered something like right after we recorded the last episode that's so fucking it's not my most hated thing about the Suicide Squad game, but it is probably the dumbest thing about the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
So, you know how we went over how like actually I don't remember if I even mentioned it, but like the Brainiac's invasion, right, of Earth. It's not just the one Brainiac, it's
Right.
like Brainiac and like 12 other Brainiacs from different universes all teaming up and they're invading like multiple
Or
universes at the same time. The the lore of how each Brainiac is defeated is so dumb because it's not just that the Suicide Squad in the Arkham universe defeat Arkham Brainiac. It's every Brainiac that invades each other Earth is only defeated by their version of the Suicide Squad. So it's not just the one universe that's like a weird outlier where the Justice League loses and the Suicide Squad wins. Every universe, every single one, the Justice League is killed or defeated or whatever, and the Suicide Squad beats Brainiac. And their explanation is literally that the Suicide Squad is so like insignificant and dumb that Brainiac just forgot to plan for them. Like that's actually
well,
said word for word in the story. That Brainiac was just like, "Oh yeah, I didn't think about it because why would I think about it?" Which like in his defense, yeah.
sure, I guess. I mean,
But like why would you expect the Suicide Squad to be a threat to you? But but yeah.
mm,
So it's not just the one universe. It's every universe that all the different Brainiacs were invading. Every single one of them. The only people who were somehow able to beat Brainiac were each version of the Suicide Squad.
I mean that is. I get multiverse. Anything can happen, but
But
why?
not
Why
like
would you do
40 times. Like
that? But why would you do that?
yeah.
Like,
It's like
it's
okay,
just you don't
so
need to go that far.
it's just dumb. It's like so how like it's crazy how many universes, next door neighbors are all just fucking terrible. Like they like so all your heroes just suck. Including somehow the Arkham universe has like the worst heroes. Like bro, oh my god, there's lore in the game too that shows you like there's like these little oh my god, they're like collectibles and they give you I can't remember if they're like voice acted or not, but it's like little uh I don't know, like data package things that reveal how exactly the Justice League was defeated.
Right.
It's the dumbest story of all time.
It's in the base game, right? Like no
In the base
updates.
game, in the
This
base
is
game, Brainiac's ship
yeah.
appears in the sky,
We'll have
right?
to clarify.
Giant skull-faced ship with tentacles coming out of it. Superman
Hmm.
and Green
Interesting.
Lantern. Superman, understandable, honestly, because it's on par for his character. Green Lantern, though, the space cop with a ring that knows everything in the entire universe. Superman
Hmm.
and Green Lantern see this giant skull ship with tentacles coming out of it, and they're like, and Brainiac doesn't attack right away. He just shows up and he's just chilling in space for a second. And Superman and Green
Okay.
Lantern are like, well, we should just go talk to whoever's on the ship and see if they're friendly or not instead of just immediately attacking them. And
Sure. Makes sense.
Batman, I can't remember. It might have been, yeah, I think it was. So it was their idea. And then Flash and Wonder Woman, for like half a second, are like, that might not be a great plan for you guys to just walk onto the ship and potentially get ambushed or whatever. But then they
Agree
like
on that.
they convince Wonder Woman and Flash that this is an okay plan. Like immediately, they're just like, "Don't, it'll be fine. Don't worry." Like we're the Justice League. What the fuck's gonna happen? And so then all of
Sure.
them decide to go up on the ship together. And that's the craziest part to me. So like Batman is in the room when this
Hmm.
conversation's happening, and Superman and Green Lantern are like, all five
What
of
is a
us
contingency?
yeah, Superman and Green Lantern are like all five of us should go up there together to greet whoever the fuck this is.
Hmm.
And Batman's like, yep,
Yeah.
that's a great plan. And they all just leave and they go up there together. Nobody left behind just in case something bad
No
happens.
last survivor.
And then they get up on the ship. Brainiac immediately ambushes them and captures everybody. And Flash is the only one that gets out because he's Flash. And then that's how the Justice League loses. Because they're fucking idiots. Like, that's it. There's no more lore than that. Brainiac shows up in the most menacing ship anyone's ever piloted in the history of fiction. And Superman and Green Lantern are like, that's probably not a problem. We'll go talk to him. and then Wonder Woman and Flash are like, yeah, okay.
Due diligence a little
it's just the fact that they all just go along with it, and nobody is like, this is a stupid fucking plan, is crazy. Especially, especially like the fact that it's Arkham Batman, it just makes it so much worse. It's just like, bro.
Yeah, I mean that was the writers really cooked with that one. I mean,
bro didn't even play his own game.
They had a vision.
Apparently Batman became fucking stupid after Scarecrow, after he defeated Scarecrow in Arkham Knight.
Yeah, I mean otherwise it's certainly hard to believe it's the same guy.
Yeah, no. But the thing that pisses me off the most about that game, I forgot to talk about this actually, is the way that Wonder Woman straight up actually. Okay, Wonder Woman does not get captured. When they're up there, Flash is able to grab her as they're leaving, but he's not able to get to the other three. So, like, at the beginning of the game, Flash and Wonder Woman both are not evil. And then Flash gets captured, like, right away after you start playing the game. And then he becomes evil. And then Wonder Woman's the only one that never gets caught and turned evil. Or cloned, whatever. And, which obviously you don't know it's a clone when you're playing the game when it released, because that DLC didn't exist yet.
Because it wasn't a clone.
Yeah, because it wasn't a clone. And so
that was the game.
Which is what made it fucking horrifying. Like, it actually, and the clone thing, clone thing makes it so much worse, actually, because so Wonder Woman.
Well, even just going back, it's terrible.
Well, like, because of what happens to Wonder Woman, the clone thing makes it worse. Because so Wonder Woman is like a good guy the whole time. And you like run into her once or twice, but mostly you just like hear on like, like comms chatter and shit like that Wonder Woman is trying to fight, like she's trying to protect people from like Green Lantern and Flash mostly, and they are intentionally attacking citizens because they know that she'll jump between their attacks and the people, and therefore get injured and be weaker and easier to take down / capture. And so the whole game is pretty much that's going on in the background, like around you, is Wonder Woman's trying to fight Green Lantern and Flash, and she keeps getting her ass kicked because they're like using civilians as a distraction. And at some point after Superman, clone Superman finally shows up, because like the lore, that's the other reason why it doesn't. You know what? It doesn't matter. Superman takes longer.
Real Superman.
Superman takes longer to bake, essentially. Like Brainiac, if for whatever reason it takes Brainiac longer to mind control him, or I mean, it makes sense. Like it takes him longer to mind control Superman. Whatever. Yeah. So he's not actually on the field for like the first 70% of the game, and it's mostly Green Lantern, Flash, and Batman that are like holding it down. And so after Superman shows up for the first time, I can't remember if he actually like fights Wonder Woman right away, or it might have been that they like tried to nuke Brainiac's ship, and the nuke is like right about to hit it, which I guess we're pretending like that would have worked. But regardless, the nuke's like right about to hit, and then suddenly it just
he's gonna try it,
Yeah, and then suddenly the nuke just stops in midair, and then it's like, oh yeah, Superman's here, and he catches the nuke and he just like fucking throws it up into space or something, like he just eats it basically, and that
he was already evil at this point.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Like he's protecting Brainiac's ship. Superman got finished being mind controlled or cloned or whatever, like right as the nuke was launched. So
Perfect
like
timing.
right before it hits, Superman's like, bet, and he catches it and he saves Brainiac's ship. And after that, I can't remember if he fights Wonder Woman for a second or two or something like that. But Wonder Woman basically immediately is like, I can't beat Superman. And at some point, Wonder Woman uses the lasso on Flash and forces him to tell her how to save them from the mind control. Which another reason
Okay.
why, and this is probably the biggest piece of evidence that the
Catches the
clone
flash, isn't it?
that the clone thing is bullshit and was thought of afterwards is because when she uses the
Yep.
lasso on the cloned Flash and asks him how
Mm.
to save them from Brainiac's control, the actual Flash wakes up out of evil Flash. Like for a split second, it's actually Flash, and he's like, "There's no way to undo
Mm.
this. You have to kill us, or we'll kill everybody." Flash literally says that, so it's like, okay, so that's clearly him.
Well,
Like, and
I mean, yeah, that was explicit.
anyway, so after she learns that, and then Superman shows up, Wonder Woman's like, I can't beat Superman, especially if he's trying to kill everybody. Like, I could maybe fight a normal Superman, but I can't fight one that's bloodlusted and is just trying to destroy the world. And so she goes and builds like a kryptonite shield, and she goes to fight him. And the kryptonite shield helps a little bit, but not enough. And Superman breaks the shield, and he's got her basically dead to rights. And the Suicide Squad is nearby, like when this is happening, and they watch him like beat the fuck out of her. And then Harley or King Shark or somebody, throws a rocket Superman, like that cliche thing, when a character's getting their ass whooped, and
Yeah, yeah,
then
of course.
another character like throws some insignificant item at the back of the head of the bad guy, and the bad guy's like, "Bitch." So it's that thing, and then Superman turns
Yeah.
and looks at Harley or whoever did it, like, "The fuck are you doing? Like, that's not gonna hurt me." And in when he's distracted for that split second, Wonder Woman grabs like a chunk of kryptonite that had broken off her shield, and she like shoves it in his chest, like right in his heart.
Nice.
And Superman goes down on his knee or whatever for a second, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, she did it." And then Superman gets up because he's fucking Superman, and he pulls the kryptonite out and then vaporizes it with his heat vision, and then he's just like, "Yeah, that's not gonna work on me, dog." And then he proceeds to completely disintegrate Wonder Woman with his heat vision. Like, turns
Mm.
her to ash.
Wow.
And that's how Wonder Woman dies. Actual Wonder Woman. So even
Yeah.
with the
Can't
DLC,
really make a story up to
yeah,
that one.
even with the DLC being like, "Oh, they were just clones." I'm like, "Okay, but Wonder Woman still got murdered." And we all just have to live with that. Like, and there's definitely no way you can
So,
explain that away.
yeah.
And it's also just infuriating because like the whole game, Wonder Woman is consistently being like, "I'm not gonna kill them because like we don't do that, and I can find a way to save them." And then
Sure.
when Superman shows up and he's whooping everyone's asses, she finally like
She's like, wait a
breaks.
second.
She finally like breaks, and gives in, and is like, "Okay, I have to kill him because if I don't kill him, then we're all fucked." And so the fact that they make Wonder Woman like break her rule and give in and
Yeah.
try to kill Superman, and then it doesn't work. So Wonder Woman literally violates her own like moral ethics to try to kill her friend, and then it
God.
doesn't work, and she
Gets herself
dies for nothing anyway. And I was like, dude, after her death scene finished playing, I literally just immediately paused the game and turned off my PlayStation, and I was like, I can't play this for like a week. It pissed me off
Dude.
so much. I was like, man, fuck y'all. Like, God. Anyway, that game sucks so hard. I hate it so much.
Hey, I mean, a lot of people have given it. Has any game, I mean, I'm not even including you really, but like obviously including you as well. Like, this has got to be one of the most like vocally hated games because every time it gets brought up, people just shit on it so hard. At least that's what I see. Like people are still occasionally there are comparisons. I mean,
Bro,
like when you make a game like that, it sets a bar, I think.
guess what this game's rating is on IMDb?
I'll be generous and I'll say a 4.1.
4.3.
Oh wow.
And I
Wow.
will say,
Okay.
I have seen
I mean, it's
people.
IMDb. I mean, they don't give things ones or
True.
zeros anyways,
Right, yeah.
except in
That was just
games
the
like that.
quickest one I could look up. But I don't know. I remember like when the game first came out, and most people immediately, especially like Arkham fans or DC Comics fans, whatever, were like, "Yo, fuck this shit. This is so fucking stupid."
Yeah.
There were so many. There not so many, but there definitely were a lot of people that were defending it when it first came out. Not necessarily like, but
No, same.
it was the stuff I was kind of talking about last episode where it wasn't. It was people that were not fans of this stuff, or they were just kind of playing the game
Not comic
casually.
book
Yeah,
fans,
it was people that were playing the game casually, not even or Arkham
but
fans.
like
It
DC
was like
fans
people that were just
necessarily.
playing the game casually. That
Yeah.
was like, oh, this is kind of like what I was saying, how like the gameplay's kind of fun, and like if you don't know anything or like care about why it doesn't make sense, why the story's happening the way it's happening, then
Right.
you could enjoy it, I guess. But like, so that's definitely a thing.
But we've
Like,
said that about other things too. It's like not. I get it. Yeah, that's people who are gonna give it, yeah, like
yeah,
fives and sixes
yeah, like
probably.
not to gatekeep, but like you're wrong. Like,
I mean, yeah,
if you enjoy that game 100% casually, like no stakes at all, you're wrong. Like because you're not looking at it from with like a full picture.
yeah, it's interesting. Are some defenders, but
I'd be willing to
yeah,
bet though anybody defending it is mostly just talking about how like it's fun to play.
correct.
And that
Like
like
the gameplay,
yeah, that's it.
the traversal. I think somebody mentioned
Traversal's
like
actually that's yeah, the traversal's pretty is
seen
actually
multiple
it's
people.
really well done for like surprisingly well done. Like there's no like it doesn't feel like it takes fucking forever to get from one side of Metropolis to the other and
Yeah, just like gliding for 3 minutes.
yeah. Stuff like that though. Like and each character's different like mode of traversal is actually unique. It's not just, you know, everybody using a fucking glider or something like that.
Sure, yeah,
King Sharks is the most fun because he just fucking jumps. But but yeah, no.
but that's it.
The game's fucking terrible, man. It's so dumb.
Oof.
And then they added
Yeah,
collectibles.
IGN gave it a 5.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a 3.
Yeah.
If we're being
IGN
honest,
likes
that's
to
a
glaze
3.
stuff, so
IGN is
sometimes.
might be worse than IMDb if we're being honest on average.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm pretty sure that the
Obviously, there's
IGN
apples and
review for
oranges, but
I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I think the IGN review for Alien would actually make you want to go kill everybody at that company.
oh yeah, it's famous. But
Yeah.
I think that's IGN's most famous
Yeah.
failure, right?
Yeah. It's really bad.
I'm pretty sure.
It's and it's like they're just the actual
Well, the
description.
person who played it is like actually a fucking idiot.
Yeah, and the description in under the review or whatever, like the first thing they say is like I can't
10
even remember,
times.
but it's absurdly stupid. It's like I don't like horror games, so I didn't enjoy this, and it's like what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, it's like yeah, it's something like that where they're like
Oh,
I'm not an Alien
I'm
fan, so I didn't
by
like the
the end of
game.
the 15 bro, by the end of the 15 to 20 hours, I wish I'd stopped after the first 6.
What do you mean, bro? You know what level you're probably at around the 6 hour mark is like chapter 5 or whatever when you're trying to sneak through the hospital, which is the best part of the game. It's not the best part, but it's fucking terrifying. Like or whatever chapter that is when you're trying to sneak through the hospital and the xenomorph is
I
just
don't know why
on your ass.
I'm getting
I don't you don't need to go down that rabbit hole.
it's actually so bad.
Yeah.
It's unbelievably bad.
What did they give it? Like a 7 or some shit like that? It's like a really
I
low.
mean, the craziest thing is yeah, like it should be. I mean, realistically,
10.
no one's has the balls to give it a 10. which is
9.8.
obviously what it deserves. So, it should get a north of a 9. And like a situation where it's in the high 8s, I think deserves an explanation. But I could understand, maybe there's some specific things
Well, yeah,
that you can
but
point
like, but
out. But
what though? Like what? Like that's like
that's what I'm saying.
the
I would need it. I would
the
need it.
9.5. It's like even then, it's kind of like the only reason to not give it a 10
I mean,
is
you're just being it for because you don't want to give 10s.
right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The only reason to not give it a 10 is if you're like 10 is literally perfect and nothing is literally perfect. Therefore,
Right.
I won't give it a
There's
10.
one. Yeah, either that or like there's 110 and it's Pulp Fiction or whatever.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know,
Sure,
whatever
sure.
somebody would say. Like they have, like maybe only one thing falls in that category, like two things, three things,
Right, right.
whatever. But which okay, again, I get. I'm okay with the 9.5. Like I think something like a 9.3, although in my opinion, wrong. And I think objectively, it's easy to give this a 9.5. And I think like 9.7 is 9.7, 9.8 is probably a lot closer to the truth if we want to be like
Yeah,
ultra nitpicky.
yeah.
But that's the lowest I would
Yeah.
go.
Well, like, because
They gave it a 5.9.
what the fuck,
They gave
bro?
it a 5.9. And I
That's
think
so bad.
and to give it a 6 is already requires a lot of defense, obviously, but like to intentionally put it in the fives is I
Yeah.
mean,
Because I mean, 6 is like it's also one of those things too where it's like when we're talking about like the number rating thing, like 1 to 10, it's like
mediocre.
there are massive drop offs, from some of the numbers to the next
What are you
ones.
doing now, Ryan McCaffrey?
Like a 9 and 8. There's a big drop off from 8 to 7. When you're rating stuff.
Sure.
And then
Yeah.
I would
Agreed.
say from
Yeah, a
7
big
to
drop off
6,
into
there's
7.
also a massive drop off. At 6 and 5 are
Yeah,
probably around the same.
they're probably almost equal,
And then
if not
dropping off
like
from
more
5
sixes
to
than
4 is
sevens.
huge. Like if you're 4 or lower,
Yeah,
that
for
that
something to not, yeah, I'd agree with that. But like I would say 4 and 3
yeah.
are going to be around the same in many situations.
Yeah,
Maybe there's
yeah.
definitely going to be less threes than fours, no doubt about that. But like it's they're
And
going to be similar enough, and
yeah.
then your twos and ones should be non-existent for the most part, but a couple.
Yeah. I was going to say that like 2 and 1 almost feel like the same as a 10 where it's kind of like nobody gives
Tell you
something
what, I have
a
a 2.
1. Like
Yeah, I won't even give it a 1 because I'm that nice of a guy, Michael. I'll give Days Gone a 2.
dude, people love
2 out of
that
10.
game.
People have documented or and undiagnosed brain damage. I mean, you've never. Now I platinumed it, so obviously I had to do more than what you kids perhaps would normally do in your fun little open world zombie survival. Michael. Talk about a really undersaturated market, the open world zombie genre. And like, oh man, this story, they really went in on that one too. Um, but yeah,
Guess what
2 out of 10,
IGN
easy.
gave Days Gone?
Oh, IGN. I'm gonna guess. I hope they weren't glazing it. I'm gonna go with what I think some people would rate it.
They were not
The
glazing
people
it.
that might disagree, they were not glazing it. I'll say 6.5.
Exactly. Which is
Wow,
point
dude. Wow,
0.6
how am I so
higher
close
than
to both of
Alien,
my? Oh, dude, that
which is fucking crazy.
juxtaposition is unbelievably disrespectful. Unbelievably disrespectful. Yeah, mediocre, by the way.
Yeah. Like
Um,
the
I was
Alien
hoping
thing
this
is
guy's
so fucking
unemployed, but
crazy,
I don't
bro.
think he is.
Like, bro, Alien is like
That's
the
the most.
best.
I think there's like one or two others, but that's just the most egregious one for sure.
Yeah, it's like guys, Alien might be the best video game ever made. What like?
Yeah, like I don't give out tens. I not especially not for video games because there's always something. There's always something. It's such. There's so much more room to make a mistake versus like a show or a movie, which is going to be
Sure.
relatively condensed. I mean, shows, I guess, depending on how long they run, obviously, but like, it's always something you could.
In all fairness, though, people, it seems like anyway, are much more generous when it comes to rating video games than they are movies and TV shows. Like,
Yeah, I would say with the 8 pluses but I think that's more a consequence of like people who play video games are in general more vocal on the internet. So we're hearing about a lot of specific tastes. I think at the end of the day,
Sure.
where people are rating shit eights that you've never heard of, people are rating Days Gone an eight. There's some humans out there who did that, I'm sure, but they're wrong, unbelievably wrong. So very wrong. And I'm hoping to see that this guy's unemployed. Oh wait, IGN Ryan. I could just look him up. It'd be hilarious if your name is IGN Ryan and you no longer work for IGN.
That would be funny, yeah.
It does say he's the executive editor. I will be honest, and that does scare me a lot. I hope this guy doesn't get anywhere near the games. Wow.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know if I see him. Don't tell me you found him.
No.
Oh, I think he's gone, folks.
Probably got
What a
fired
miracle.
for that.
Wait, he made a video 11 hours ago. Is he reviewing games? That's actually my real question. Is he reviewing games?
Like on YouTube or something?
No, I'm like looking at his IGN shit and just making sure that he's not allowed to actually submit a review for the platform anymore. He does a lot of previews, so that kind of looks to be the might end up being the case actually. Yeah. Okay, they don't let him do reviews anymore, guys.
Also, actual last thing before we get into My Hero. I was scrolling through like old pictures on my phone and I had like a screenshot of when they had announced the that live action like sequel thing Powerpuff Girls show. Do you remember
Oh
that?
yeah. Oh, I remember.
And I
Yeah.
was like, I saw the picture and I was like, wow, this is like a generational bullet dodge that this show did not come out. Like,
Oh,
it would have been
what do you
absolutely
think I think?
horrible. Even when they released
I
like
was.
the script or whatever, and it was like, why
Oh,
is Bubbles like a drug addict or whatever, or whatever? Like
right.
the fact that they did that, where they did like the worst thing you could ever do when doing like
They
a
destroyed the characterization of all of them.
yeah, or like even, but yeah, the worst thing you could ever do when rebooting, not rebooting, but like soft rebooting, sequeling, whatever, a franchise is take the characters and make all their lives miserable just to give them a new like thing to overcome. And it's like that's what Powerpuff Girls' plan was. It was like, oh yeah, Bubbles is a stripper or whatever the fuck, and
Right.
Buttercup's addicted to drugs, and I can't remember what the fuck Blossom was up to, but it probably
Awesome.
wasn't good. And it was
Certainly.
just it was like, oh, they're all just like angsty 20 something year old and 20
Right.
something year olds, and they've all like kind of outgrown being superheroes and they don't really like the fame that they have because of it, and they like don't talk to each other anymore, and it's like, please stop. It was like,
Right.
please, everything you're saying is horrible,
Not
please
talking to
stop
each
it.
other already
Yeah.
crazy. Like the fact once when I was reading the part where they were like gonna find each other like over time and then they'll be reunited at some not immediate
Yeah.
but later point, and
Like
then it'll be kind of together. I was
yeah.
like,
It,
that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah. And then, but even just trying to make them like, oh, they're like gonna reluctantly return to being superheroes because they have to, not because they're the fucking Powerpuff Girls and it's their fucking job and that's what they do. And it's
What
just
are we,
like,
some kind of Powerpuff Girls?
yeah, definitely giving that kind of energy. And it's just like, please, don't do this. Don't do it. Don't like the
We gotta do it, I guess. Fuck, Professor Utonium's, gonna get super cancer from the. Or I
yeah.
mean, I thank God
It was
it
like
didn't
right after
exist.
that
But
like early script thing got released or whatever, and then it was like canceled. Good thing the CW was the one in charge of that because they ran out of money right before
yeah.
that show was
Oh,
supposed to come out, and it
I
was
wonder
like
how the CW, not my CW, not the CW that I know only makes shows that don't get canceled
the
and are
CW used to be
a
peak one day. That's the crazy thing is when people talk about the C. It's so
positive
crazy
revenue.
because the CW actually used to be
They
peak
just
in
had a
like
kind of a wild lineup that was
yeah.
actually successful.
The CW used to be so peak in like 2000 from like 2005 to like I don't know,
Yeah.
like 2015, fucking peak, everything.
Yeah, yeah,
And
2015, 2016.
and then like season 4 of Flash came out, and it was just like, uh-oh. It was like things are
I mean, the
starting.
cracks were there before
Yeah.
then,
Riverdale
for
season
sure.
4 came
But
out, and
like,
it was like, what are we doing? It was like things are starting to go down. And then it's crazy because like when people think about the CW, or when they talk about it like on social media or whatever, all you ever see, you
mm,
see like, you see people use CW as a comparison of like the worst thing you could do as like a television programming company or whatever. And it's just like
right.
it's so crazy how the CW fell off so hard that now when people think about it, all they think about is like the
Yeah, that's the
worst seasons
comparison.
of Flash, or like the end of Riverdale making no fucking sense at all and shit like that. And like all the shows just like, or Batwoman, the fact that it existed at all. And it's like, it's just,
Mm.
it's so tragic. It's like it didn't used to be that way. They choked.
Uh, we had
And the
Arrow.
yeah. But even Arrow, like, you can't really. I mean, you can. There are definitely
Well,
some seasons of that show
season
that
two.
fucking suck. But but overall, Arrow was
Season one
fine.
was good.
Season 2 was also peak.
Yeah, I don't know if I got much further than that. If I'm being honest, I know I stopped early. I don't remember if it was season 3. I think it was season 3 that I stopped. Could be wrong.
That makes sense, honestly.
Not further than the 100.
The hundreds peak though.
But I didn't think the 100 would go on for as long as it did. I really enjoyed that first season though,
Yeah,
and I think the second season I watched all of as well. I have to look back, see how far I got in the 100 actually. No, I made it like 3. Actually, that's yeah. Maybe both shows I made a similar amount of time, and I think I made it 3 seasons into 100.
Smallville and Supernatural were out there fucking carrying the CW on their backs for 20 years.
I didn't realize Smallville was CW.
Yep.
That was like one of their first shows. Definitely one of their first
Yeah,
successful
I
shows.
don't think I think
Did they buy
whatever.
it from somebody?
I was gonna say, I think whatever CW, I think CW used to be something before it was CW, and that happened during
Mm,
Smallville, but
probably.
it was always like the same, like,
The same
production team,
company, different
whatever.
name,
Yeah,
blah
yeah,
blah
yeah,
blah.
something like that. Supernatural was always CW though,
Oh yeah, Supernatural.
because
Yeah,
there's like a point,
I
if you
remember. I remember
if you watch
CW.
Smallville, there's a point, like, how like when you're watching any TV show, or I mean on,
Mm,
like, on cable or whatever, the
on TV. Yeah,
like the whatever, the programming
the logo.
symbol or whatever will pop up every once in a while on the screen, be like, this is a
Sure.
fucking Fox show or whatever. There's a
Yeah, like right, but after a commercial break or
right, right, right,
something.
right, right. There's a point when you're watching Smallville, if you go and watch it. Well, I mean, like, the watermark thing, like, in the bottom right corner, like, pops up for a second, or whatever, like, or when,
Oh,
like, if you're watching, because obviously if you're watching Smallville like today, you wouldn't be watching it on TV. You'd be watching it like on HBO or on DVD
right.
or whatever. But there's a point where it didn't used to say CW in like the little watermark thing, and then it did, and it was something
Oh,
else before.
really?
Yeah, it was
I just
some
remember
other.
seeing YouTube clips with CW. I feel like I've seen
Yeah,
CW in
but
a
it's
while,
mostly
but I don't remember.
it's almost always like, for most of its run it was CW, um
Yeah.
but there was definitely a time where, I mean, it was still CW, but it was technically something different.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, same. Some acquisition, merger, whatever. Shit.
But anyway, My Hero's the best anime. You have the floor.
My Hero, man.
It's way
Yeah, it
better
was
than
pretty
Attack on
good.
Titan.
So, I mean, okay, I mean, you set expectations quite high. Um, you did set the expectations quite high. Um, I feel like it delivered. For the yeah, for the most part. Yeah. So watch the final season. I mean, I had been catching up, but watch the final season. I forget if I was waiting for it to come out or not, but it's been a while now. So, um, Yeah, couple things stood out to me. I mean, lot of things stood out to me. And I was kind of telling you as I was watching, but um, the early shit with I think I gave an update at some point,
I
and I
think
was
so.
talking
Yeah.
about yeah. I then I'll just go beyond that. I won't repeat myself. So we're basically going middle of season to the end, dude. Bakugo, fucking insane. Actually, I'll give one of my few criticisms of the show, and then there are few, but um, his arc awesome. Super happy with his arc. He gets strong as fuck, which I was a little worried about, to be honest. I was like, are you really gonna compare with you know,
Yes.
with Deku up all the way to the end, like, you're actually just like gonna get your shit wiped at some point. Like if you actually go toe to toe with whatever the fuck Deku is responsible for doing. Um, First of all, when before, I mean this is before, but like, well, yeah, initially when he goes into the little fucking cage, I think was he in there with him in the cage? I thought so. When he got
Uh
teleported there. Or no, he was supposed to go to the cage, but he got
oh,
teleported
the
somewhere
the
else, and that's
coffin in the
where
sky thing.
Bakugo was. Yeah, yeah, the coffin in the sky. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
should
yeah.
be more
Yeah,
specific.
Deku was supposed to be there, but Toga like grabbed
Right.
him and pulled him into.
Or that's right, but Bakugo was there.
Yeah, Yeah, he was
Correct?
there. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Or incorrect?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So even already holding his
yeah,
own in that was
yeah.
awesome.
He was putting the boost to
Um,
Shigaraki, bro.
and dude, he had the moves. He had the moves. He had the upgrades to his moves, the sweat and everything. Sick. But like, I mean, that was our. I was already pretty happy with that. But then him and Shigaraki, v Shigaraki, insane, insane. I mean, levels hitherto undreamt of in my mind. When he just fucking flies past Deku, it's like, oh fuck. Wait, he's that. First off, he's that fucking fast. Like you're seeing him get faster, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
like, oh wow, holy fuck, he's fast as shit. And then he's doing all his fucking combos, and it's like doing serious damage to him. And he just starts actually just kicking his ass even more. Meanwhile, like you've already done more than Deku has done almost at like in the first like five
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
seconds that Deku has done in the last at least in the last 5 minutes. Um, so it's like that already that comparison becomes like immediately like crazy. Um, and then him dying, fucking nuts. And that's my only criticism, and it's my criticism with every show. I mean, I want people to die and shit, but I usually don't care about fake outs. I expect it, particularly for main characters. But um, and in my head, I was like, this is too crazy.
Yeah.
Um, but I was like, shit, what? Wow, that would be. And then because then you're just imagining you don't in the moment you don't care about. I mean, you care about Bakugo dying, but in the first moment you're like, bro, Deku's gonna go
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
crazy
yeah, yeah.
and fuck somebody up because of this, and then you're like, wait, they fucking is he actually dead? Like, holy fuck! And then you're freaking out thinking it's unjustified or whatever. But like, I mean, it would be a. I think that would still be a great end to his story. It's I guess my argument from like the All Might perspective. Like him mirroring All Might.
Yeah.
Like it would just be even if it's like really unnecessary for a show like this. I grant that. Man, I feel like it would be just marginally better. Although I like him living for me. And because of what happened to Deku, with him like losing his powers and everything, it's like okay, like if that's how everything's gonna play out, then him living makes more sense. But I kind of wanted him to die.
Like, I mean, yeah, it would have been good if he had died. but then you wouldn't have
It's
got
not a big deal,
yeah.
and it's not like the show suffers because
Right.
of it. But like I do think it would have just been like just a little bit. It could, but it's potential.
Yeah.
Maybe yeah, just a little potential there.
It's more
But
like
everyone's fucking pussies. Every
equally
show's a pussy.
exchangeable like peak storytelling, I think you could say, for this specific instance. Like
Yeah,
him dying would have been peak, but like
yeah,
him not dying was also peak.
correct.
So it's like,
Him and I dying is awesome. Again, especially because it's like him dying and then Deku wielding, all for one, one for all, whatever, combining the two, and then passing it on to a successor, whatever the guy he meets right at the end, like somebody like that. Like I think that could have been a good story if that's how it played out, but that's not the direction they chose. So I think
sure.
it works. I actually do think it works better given the direction they chose because Bakugo died and Deku lost his powers. You're like, wait a
Yeah, that would
second,
have been like that would have been kind of
what happened
crazy.
here?
Plus, if he
That
had
would have been too
if
much.
he
I
had
agree. It would have been
died,
too much.
you wouldn't have gotten to see him solo all for one and beat the brakes off of him in season 8.
Yeah, I mean you're right. Um, but yeah, he goes crazy, and that is awesome. And yeah, that's a trade off for sure. They could have done both, but um, but also you'd have to swap the first fake out death for a second one. Yeah, I didn't think you could do one fake out and then kill him or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, otherwise, like despite that, again, especially given how the show actually played out, my favorite arc for sure. It's not even close, I don't think. Um, I mean, okay, Todoroki is up there as well. Um, but like his family and Endeavor are almost more interesting. Um,
Oh yeah,
Obviously
Endeavor's
Dabi's
way more
crazy.
interesting than Shoto is.
I really liked Endeavor's arc as well. Um, yeah, I liked him more. Yeah, as a for an arc and as a character than Todoroki for sure. Todoroki was awesome, but um, or Shoto, I should say, but still. Um, yeah, I thought that was sick. Um, the his fights. Oh, okay. Well, I have to say this. I loved his fights. Him beating Dabi was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That was so. I mean, when I watched, I'll compare to in my mind, the best anime Naruto. When something I remember about Naruto that it doesn't always apply to animes I watch, and I would say Attack on Titan doesn't do this enough either. Um, is like moments where you're just like pumping. You're basically just like you're pumping your fist. You're like,
Yeah.
this is fucking awesome. Like you damn near want to get on your feet,
Yeah.
basically, if not actually. And I remember Naruto like on my fucking feet off my bed, like, holy fuck. How is this guy still alive? I don't understand. But you're about to understand it's about to be fucking insane. Um and I did that with his fights. Oh my god. His fight against
Yeah,
Dabi was awesome.
his fights
But
against
just
him
him
were
fighting in
dope.
general was awesome. But yeah, pretty cool arc as well for him. All that. Very, very nice. Yeah, I don't know if there's. I'm trying to think of anything else. Let's see what else. Any other comments towards the latter half of the show? I mean, okay, let's talk about the ending in general. Like, did they stick the landing? That was something I wasn't overly concerned about because you'd mentioned it's basically set in stone. They're gonna follow the whatever, so
Yeah.
you know it should be fine. But obviously, you want to see him stick the landing for a long show like this. That was not always peak, but was pretty consistent in hindsight for sure. Um, and the short answer is that they definitely did. If you couldn't tell from my explanations already, but in terms of the ending itself, okay, Bakugo lives totally fine. Deku loses his powers. Okay, I definitely didn't expect it. Um, I'm fine with it mostly because like it's not an arc at this point. It's full circle, right? That's the whole
Sure.
point. So cool. I mean, that's great. I think that as a storytelling device is pretty powerful. I'm not a super because in my mind, okay, forget me trying to kill Bakugo for a moment. Regardless of that, I still was imagining in my head him passing down the power or whatever. Just if I had to imagine how it was going to play out up
Right.
to
Yeah.
end of season 7, whatever. So I was definitely a little expectations somewhat subverted for sure. It wasn't in a bad way. No, I don't think it was in a bad way. But it was surprising, and it does make sense for his character. So like I haven't really looked at people's opinions online. I imagine some people don't like that. Um, I'd be surprised if it was a majority. I don't. It's not what I've gathered. The little bit that I've seen. But like I can get it from not expecting it and wanting something similar to what I wanted as well or was envisioning.
Sure.
But for his character, it does make a lot of sense. Um, I would have liked the like maybe passing it down thing to be more explicit, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
It kind of would have been cool, like in like a mythic sense, if like the symbol of peace had been a thing that lasted forever. Like Deku passes it down, and then
Well, I thought
whoever
that was
passes
part of the point.
after that, but whatever. But I mean, I guess like timeline wise, the whole oh my god, what's
And
it
he
called?
uses a ton of the power. He fucking destroys his body. You can just
Right,
kind
right,
of
right.
assume, yeah, okay, yeah, he burnt it out, but it's still there. And the whole point, it's literally just All Might. You're literally just at All Might's. You're probably maybe somewhat past All Might's point. Like you can't even for a second maybe go and use the powers or
Sure,
whatever. Or
sure.
if you can, like it's just for something extremely low effort. You're on like an empty tank. You just got the reserve tank, whatever you want to call it. But um, at that point, you pass it down. And I really actually thought that's where the story was going. I was like, oh my god, it's happening. And then and then they introduced that character that I felt like
Oh, the kid.
almost was
Yeah.
like, yeah, the kid. I'm like, it can't get any more full circle than this. He's gonna tell him.
Well, he
He's
had
gonna tell him
lost
he's
it
gonna
way
pass him the
before that.
power,
At
and it's
that
the
point,
perfect show. Right, and that's not something I fully recognize until like taking stock of the show. But like that scene feels weird. Knowing, first of all, knowing that information, the scene feels weird in my mind a little bit, just because it's like because it does feel such like a full circle moment, but it's not gonna turn out the same way. And
right?
then in my mind, yeah, the symbol of peace. I did think it was. I did find some comfort in the knowledge that it would always be passed down. Like you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate what I'm about to say. But you know what this is? This is throwing the Elder Wand into the fucking lake.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. I get it. I get it. You know,
Too
a
much.
wise
Yeah.
man once said, "No, no young man should have all that power," or something like that. And I get it. Um, but but if he had the Elder Wand, it'd be a lot cooler
Yeah. It would be a lot
in the
cooler.
movies, obviously. But like, you're just gonna just throw it. Not even just throw it. Okay.
I will say, at least they do make it make sense. Like why passing it down, even if he did do it, wouldn't have been like it would not have been the symbol of peace because like the stockpile power was gone because he used it to save Shigaraki. Like
Sure.
when he threw all
Yeah.
the powers into All for One, it's like so the stockpile
I mean,
thing,
that's
the
shit.
the stockpile thing that made One for All OP is doesn't exist anymore. So like he would have literally
Yeah,
only
but
been
there's other.
giving.
It's still like a multi-quirk
I mean, no,
power, still,
but
right?
he
Or
got
am
rid.
I
No, no, no,
mistaken here?
no. Because when he sent them all into All for One, all of them got destroyed. So like
So what do you have left?
his like lightning speed shit, like he had his powers and nobody else's.
Yeah, but what do you mean his power? Oh,
like the
like his
green
the unique powers of
electricity
the
stuff.
okay,
Like the
cool.
green electricity stuff is like
Yeah.
how the symbol of peace or whatever manifested in Deku. But like the
I see what
other
you mean. I
all
get
the
it.
OP powers that were stockpiled on top of it were all gone. So like even if he gave that kid
Right,
his
but like
power, the kid would just have Deku's power at a base level. It wouldn't be like
okay,
one for all super OP symbol of peace tier powers. It'd be like
agreed. Now my problem is not with that. My problem is why the fuck is the stockpile gone?
because
Why
the
did it have to go?
because
And I get it.
his
I
brother
know, I
died.
know, I know, but like why? For
Because he
like the
did.
symbol of peace
Because he had to
passed
kill
around.
because he had to kill all for one. Or he had to
Yeah,
kill all
but
for one.
like I was also and again, maybe this is the Naruto in me. I really thought there was at least a 30% plus probability that he would save him. And he didn't. And I'm like, Naruto
Shigaraki?
would never. Now, yeah.
He did save
And
Shigaraki.
again, okay, no, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. That was like a whole scene in the show.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He died.
He's dead.
Yeah, but he still saved him.
He's dead. Mission failed.
He
Mission
saved
failed. We'll get up next
No, it
time.
was not mission failed. Bro,
Mission failed.
when he was in his mind, he literally convinced
Yeah.
Shigaraki to stop being Shigaraki.
I remember.
And then
I was
so
there.
he did save him. It's like no, it's the same thing he did. He did not save his life. He saved Shigaraki from
Correct.
dying an asshole. It's like Darth Vader. It's the same thing. It's like Shigaraki literally helped him kill All for One, and it destroyed both of them because they shared the same fucking body.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Correct.
He did save him. He just didn't. He did not save his life, but he did save him.
Correct. And we couldn't be agreeing more with that statement.
Okay, so what the fuck are you talking about?
Therefore, failed to save him.
He didn't say I'm gonna save the kid's life. He said I'm gonna save the kid, which he did by killing him.
What was he thinking, man? What was he thinking?
We don't know because he didn't say. He did not say I'm gonna save his life. He said I'm gonna save that little kid.
I mean, imagine you're reading this out of the comic book. You read this out of the comic book. Let's say there's no pictures. Deku yelling at the previous wielders. I will save Shigaraki morally. I will save him morally, guys. I will. No, you said I can't. I will save him morally.
And he did.
I will absolve him of his sins. That's all I can promise. But specifically, absolve him of his sins, his mortal coil, up for debate.
Yeah.
That man was like, I will save his fucking.
Deku was like, I'll redeem him by whooping his ass.
Yeah, no. He's not. I'm not gonna quote more. I'm not gonna reference Pulp Fiction again. So I'll just say he's wasting his. He's lying. He want to save his fucking life. But okay, yeah, I get it. He was saved. The mission was accomplished, which is why I think the story works so well. So I'll say that, like, the story still works extremely well because he does save him, 100%. I did for a second think he would save him, and then that would justify my whole stockpile complaint, and therefore allow it to be passed down and the symbol of peace retained. But I guess they're not doing a spinoff, but I guess they are. So
we'll see. I guess who knows, man.
The question marks start to go on for that one, but
also
at least the OG was good.
Yeah. Also, Ochako saving Toga, also peak.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah,
morally,
I
obviously because Toga fucking died as well. Yeah. Same exact thing happened there.
Right. Yeah, same thing happened, and I don't think that was completely whatever, but yeah, she was Toga as a character was really interesting. So her getting fleshed out. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say like Toga had a crazy arc, but you know she had one, but more so like her story, not necessarily the arc itself, but the story and the detail to her character were really well done.
Yeah.
And her arc was obviously great as well, but Uraraka being associated with that was I think that was the right way to do it. Like, I mean, that it because it allowed to flesh out both of them at the same time. Mm-hmm. It's like actually very efficient.
Yeah.
And obviously with Twice and her like proclivities and her like past. Um, like she starts out as just like a very typical anime side character where like I kind of get that she's, you know, a more lethal version of like a Terra type character. Like
Sure,
you're
yeah,
the
yeah,
girl that's, you know,
yeah,
kind of weird,
yeah.
but like, you know,
The weird, yeah,
very
yeah, yeah,
uh yeah, really talented at something, very like, you know, angry, wants to murder stuff, whatever. You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
your Tiny Tina, whatever, from like your Borderlands, some shit like that. Like that's, you know, and you don't, and as many animes, you really don't have to go too much further than that. You really don't. But to see her get fleshed out more than like a character like Twice, um, was pretty cool. Um, yeah, I thought they did a good job, and same thing um for Araka as well. I mean, I never really loved her character throughout the entire show.
Yeah.
Um, just because like it felt like, I mean, if we talk about arcs, I don't know, felt like more of a flat line for her. She has some great moments. Like I love when she's, you know, fucking cheering on Deku and shit and like everyone else and, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
standing up for him. But that's a scene
yeah. I was gonna say like
and like one moment.
the speech she gives, like when the people at one or UA like don't want him to stay.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
that's really good, and obviously the whole ending with
Yeah.
Toga, the whole speech she gives.
Yeah.
But it is more like I think the issue with her is it's kind of like I think she got her arc really fast, really early, and then she got to being like
Yeah,
the moral, not moral compass, but like the hype man, I guess, of the
it's like the
group.
mother hen of the
Yeah, yeah,
group.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Like she'll always
what did you
defend
say?
you, hype man. Yeah, like she'll always defend you no matter what
Okay.
type. Like, sort
Yeah.
of, but like,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
like
team
that's it.
captain. Not like the same team captain
Yeah,
style that
yeah,
like and Ingenium is, but like, you know,
yeah, yeah,
like team mom almost. Like
yeah.
I don't know.
She like gets there at like season 4, and then that's just who she is for the rest of the show. So it's kind of like, all right, cool.
True. She's like motivating people, yeah, by like season one,
Yeah,
she's like
yeah,
motivating like Deku to like train or
right, yeah.
something like
Or even just like when he comes up with the name, or like when he decides to make that his hero
right.
name or whatever, and she's the reason that he chooses the name because she's like, oh yeah, I
Right.
like that. That sounds cool. And he's like, bet hero name. Like,
Well, fuck that. I mean, you're hot. I'm just going to commit to that for the rest
I
of my
mean,
life, I
that's what
guess. Fuck
happened.
me.
Like, I
I mean,
was,
hey, smart.
I
And you
also,
know what? Oh, I go ahead.
I was gonna say this is off topic of Chaco, but like, I will say because I remember when Uzair, I told you this before, but like, I think I actually talked about it on here before, but because Uzair told me like way before the show even ended that he like looked up the ending of the manga and then he told me that I would not like it. So I stopped watching
Yeah,
the
I remember
show.
that.
And
Yeah.
based on that, I was like 100% sure that Deku was going to lose his powers because
Oh,
I was like the only thing that could make sense because obviously it couldn't be like an Attack on Titan situation where like because obviously that none of that like
yeah.
the
It's
story
not
is just
gonna.
completely
Well,
fucking different. Like there's nothing
yeah, yeah,
crazy
yeah.
like there's nothing crazy or like super dark or like there's not gonna be any like
Deku's not
weird
dying.
there's not gonna be any yeah there's not
Like,
gonna be any
I didn't
weird
think that was ever
time travel
possible.
type shit or whatever that like undermines whatever like what happens with
Right.
Aaron. But anyway, so I was like the superhero thing, and then obviously the fact that his powers were borrowed and stuff like that. I was like man, because I top 3 things I hate more than anything in fiction is when
Let's
a
hear it.
character is given really fucking awesome powers and then in the 11th
Mm-hmm.
hour in order to save the day they have to lose their powers, and
Ah,
it's just like because usually it's done fucking in a stupid way that like is just obnoxious because it's kind of
well,
like
the
they
reason is always contrived.
yeah, and then or they'll like lose their powers, and then after they lose their powers they're like
who they were when they had their, because like the whole point, right, when people do this is they, what the story they think they're telling or what they're trying to say is you're more
Yeah.
than what your powers make you, right? Like that's why they do
Right,
it.
of course. You never needed them in the first
Right.
place.
And it's like
You're
first,
that person. You can be that great person without powers,
right.
and so
And
now
it's
you are.
like, no, shut the, and the problem, well, the problem though is that,
But it's a lot cooler if they do have
yeah,
powers, man.
that, but also the problem is that usually after they lose their powers, the world doesn't treat them how they treated them when they had their powers. Not necessarily in like a, oh, we're going to call you for help, because
Well, they're not
obviously
heroes.
Deku without powers, no, that's not what I mean though. I mean like the respect,
Okay.
or like the presence, I guess. Like, and that was, so people didn't like how the manga ended, which is weird because it ends the same way as the show. But the details that they decided to show in the final episode of the show are different than the details that they showed at the final chapter of the manga originally. So like, okay, like the whole thing where they give him like the suit that can replicate all of his former powers, right? That,
Right.
okay, first of all, that's the main reason why it doesn't bother me, because they were like, JK, he still has powers. I
Well,
mean,
they gave him
not
something.
not literally, but you know, an Iron Man suit essentially that can do everything he used to be able to do.
Right.
So it's like that doesn't count.
It's
You're still
still
a
good. It's not
superhero.
the same, but it's
Yeah.
good.
It's like you're not as strong, but like who fucking cares? You guys
Right.
eliminated supervillains as a concept in your world, so you don't need to be as strong. So like,
Yeah, hypothetically, that suit should never have to get broken again.
yeah. And it's supposed, and it's I mean, theoretically, supposedly, I would assume it's stronger than like even the suit that All Might was using
Probably.
at the end
I
of
would
the
imagine it's
show.
not a huge difference if I had to guess. But
But
like you
they
said,
spent
you don't
way.
need it
I mean,
to ever have
just
that.
yeah. Obviously, we'll probably never
Did they?
see it. But like, I mean, they were saying that they basically spent like 10 years making that thing, as opposed to like All Might's suit, which was whipped up in
Well,
like
yeah.
an afternoon. And it's like, so I
Well,
would
no,
have,
that was All Might's suit that they were building for 10 years, and then it was his. That was my interpretation.
yeah, no, like the one they gave to Deku.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm saying.
Deku, yeah, no, I'm saying all the suit All Might was wearing in season 8 when he fought
Right.
All for One. That suit was not made over 10
Right.
years. That suit was made in like 3 days.
Oh.
But
Wait.
the suit that
Oh,
Deku had,
but I don't understand.
when All Might,
Yeah.
okay, in season 8, All Might is wearing the black
Right.
suit
Yeah.
that can replicate all of
Right. Yeah.
Class 1A's powers.
Correct.
That suit came out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
he needed a way to delay All for One. So he called his friend and was like, "Yo, I need a suit," and she built it like in a day and gave it to him.
Oh,
And
that's right. Because she. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You did say that.
but
But were they
Deku's,
just developed the other one for All Might? Obviously,
no,
or
but
was it?
it was for Deku.
It was really intended for All
Yeah,
Might for
which
Deku the
suit are
whole
we
time.
talking about?
The second one now.
The second one was always Deku's, because they say in the
But
final episode or whatever that like right after everybody found out that Deku was gonna lose his powers, after they had finished school, obviously not while they were still in school, but like after they finished school,
right.
they all started contributing money to
Right. I
building the
remember
suit.
that.
And it
But
took
that's not 10 years.
or 8 years, whatever. It took what's her face, the tech girl that makes all their gadgets. It took her that entire time to build the suit and fund it. Like All Might says that in the episode.
This does sound familiar.
He's like, yeah,
I just
all of 1A has been contributing money to this ever since they've become
I
professional
didn't think
heroes.
it was that long.
I mean,
I didn't think the development was that long because I'm just kind of.
that was the
I was
jump.
like, how the fuck?
I mean, I assumed. I don't know. I don't know if they necessarily say it was literally the whole 8 years or whatever, but like that's the time jump.
Right.
And why would they wait to give him the suit if it was done 5 years earlier or whatever the case might? Like that'd be weird.
Yeah. I mean, when I was watching it, I mean, you're not wrong. When I was watching it, I was just thinking, okay, they just slightly improved maybe the suit that the one where she whipped up for All Might. I didn't realize like that. That's just kind of what it felt like. I wasn't really thinking about it. I guess I didn't realize or paying attention. Obviously, I didn't realize that like they were making something the whole time, and then All Might's suit was more coincidence or whatever. Basically,
Yeah, I mean
it was out of necessity.
that's what it seems like, at least. There's some
Okay.
interpretation involved, but
Yeah.
I would
That's where
I would
do my best
say I would
on.
say Deku's suit is definitely much stronger, given the fact that they had however many
I mean, if they're
years
working on it for
to
longer,
just
I would
do
assume, yeah.
whatever the fuck they wanted. Whereas All Might's suit was like an emergency situation, and they needed it right the fuck then.
True. True.
And
Yeah, that's fair.
the fact that All Might's suit, he knew that it was going to get destroyed. Like they were not making that suit
Right.
to be like a long-term thing. It was like, we need someone to delay All for One, so we're going to build this suit that we know is going to get destroyed in the fight. So
Right.
I can't
But I also
imagine.
thought that was also just a kind of a consequence of them not being able to actually build a suit that could withstand him. So I
Right.
mean, they always knew they were going to have to build a suit.
Sure.
But it would still that it would still obviously have to be strong as fuck. So like they're still in my mind, they're still
Right.
as quick as it is, like still using probably the best material available.
Right. But in a world, post All for One, when you've got however long to do whatever you
Oh, you
want
don't
and
need it.
take your time,
100%.
Deku's suit,
Yeah.
even if it's just as strong as All Might's suit, it's like no one's ever
Right.
going to beat him in a fight if it's that strong, because that suit was able to
Correct.
injure All for One, and nobody's ever going to be that
Right.
strong ever again.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so the fact that they gave him his powers back, quote unquote, I'm like, all right, at least you didn't
That's
just
good enough for you.
at least you didn't
I'm
just make
surprised.
at least you didn't just make him like, because I think the way the manga ends basically is that like they do like the teacher stuff, right? But they don't they
Right.
and I guess like one of the final panels of it,
Which is also good, in terms of explanation.
sure.
Still needs
But
more than
but
that.
one of the final panels, so like they show the teacher stuff, and then they don't show you like anything about 1A. I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure this is the reason that people didn't like the manga. So they show you the teacher stuff, and they don't show you like what any of the other 1A classmates, whatever, are doing as grown-ups. And then at like
Yeah.
the very last panel of the original final chapter, they show the case that the suit is in. Like when All Might shows it, like before they reveal that there's a super suit inside of it, and it's just like the green
Right.
case. That's like the final panel that you see. So you don't know what the case is in the manga in the original final chapter. And then like however, I don't know how long it was. Later on, they released like the bonus epilogue chapters for the manga, which show that the suit, or show that the suitcase has the super suit in it. And then it goes on to like show, I guess, him interacting with some of 1A or whatever, which is the stuff that they give you in the finale of the show. And then obviously they expanded on it like twice in the different epilogue episodes or whatever, and actually show you the suit in action and stuff like that, which I'm pretty sure you don't get in the manga either. So it's just and there's like stuff between him and Class 1A, like in the second epilogue episode or whatever it was, when they're like hanging out and stuff, and you don't get that either in the manga. I don't think. It's just kind of like he doesn't really see anybody from 1A ever again, essentially, where in the show that's definitely not what happens. So it's more like little details that they give you more information on, and like they, I guess, assure you of things in the finale of the show that they didn't assure you of in the manga. It's like, oh yeah, his friends,
less unanswered questions.
yeah, his friends
It
still
is
care about him,
wild
and here's the
for a
suit.
show like that. Yeah. Which makes sense. It is wild for a manga like that to end and not show the other characters that you spent so long. Like, that is kind of crazy that they didn't have that. But I mean, maybe they had the epilogue planned, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
intentionally. Still, like, one would think people are going to somewhat judge the body of work before the epilogue. People mainly talk about Harry Potter killing Voldemort. Not a lot of people are talking about the fucking the kids who were on the train shit.
I don't know, bro.
Cool,
People like making fun of the fact that his kids' names are terrible.
Yeah, I mean that's just J.K. Rowling, just
Albus Severus Potter.
What the Rock is cooking.
That's like whoa.
Like
he's
he was
gonna
like, wait, I gotta come up with like 3 or 4 more new names. Fuck that, bro.
Yeah.
Who is he naming him after? Every middle name, every goddamn name. Albus.
She really
But it's
did.
I don't hate it.
I
I
don't
don't
hate
like
it
it,
either. I don't
but
hate
I
it
don't
either.
hate it
She really did sit
because
there.
it can make sense.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
still can make sense. Like, is Harry gonna do that? I mean, his reasons make at least some sense. I wouldn't have named him after Dumbledore. I'll be honest. Like,
It's a terrible
that
name.
just
Albus is a terrible name. You
Albus is
can't give
like
a
the
kid the
kid's
name
gonna get
Albus.
fucking.
Yeah.
It's a little tough.
Yeah. He should go by Severus, honestly. Like at least that sounds kind of cool.
True, actually true.
Severus Potter sounds
You're
tough.
named. Oh, dude, he should just go by that. I mean, hey, if he's not Gryffindor, man, we know what he's going by.
Yeah, that lame kid. Just be Slytherin, bro. The green and black looks good.
True. Yeah, the names. I guess it was really mostly just like
I was really
in my mind, like James and Lily made a ton of sense. Like, okay,
yeah.
if I was Harry Potter, I might that I liked that I actively liked.
And they're normal names.
But,
they're like names that
Yeah,
people
yeah.
have in real life.
Just like I'm looking up some of it now, like Victoire, I think was one of the names. Like, it's not terrible, but like Edward. I mean, Hyperion. Some interesting ones. Scorpius. Yeah, I don't know about Scorpius, man, but it does sound cool as
That
fuck.
does sound cool.
But that is not a
What is that?
name.
What is that? Draco's
not
kid?
A name. Yeah. Obvious.
Yeah. There's no way. It's like
you already know the answer to.
it's like I wonder who named their kid Scorpius out of everybody that Harry
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
Of course Draco would
Certainly
name his
not.
kid Scorpius, bro.
Yeah.
Scorpius Malfoy does sound tough as fuck though.
Dude, you are not in a wake up in a wand duel against fucking.
Yeah.
against
Imagine like
Severus.
that name gets
know.
announced in like a duel. It's like your next opponent will be Scorpius Malfoy. It's like I need to know what his middle name is because if his middle name could be something horrifyingly cool.
You know it's fucking crazy, man. Oh, what could it be? What could it be? What would be a good?
It's probably just Draco. This is ego.
Yeah, because I'm like Lucius doesn't. It's not that intimidating.
Nah, that's not that
I don't
scary.
think it would be Lucius.
Scorpius Draco
It's not a
Malfoy
bad
sounds
name
pretty
for the
dope.
family, but Scorpius Draco Malfoy. Draco would name his kid fucking
his
middle
own name, yeah.
Draco. Just not enough pressure to. He's a nice enough guy. You know, he's not gonna. We know you're a nice guy, Draco. You know now, but it's, not for the first name, just for the middle name. Because if he wants to, go by his name, he can't. But that's his thinking. Scorpius.
Yeah.
Though that one.
Scorpius Malfoy is already terrifying enough.
You just at the Great Hall, and it's like, all right, yep, and this is when you'll find out about your owls, and another thing, just updating the board here, minus 300 points from Scorpius fucking Malfoy for going to the Forbidden Forest and burning half of it down with and cutting that shit in half or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Scorpius is definitely like their generation's Harry as far as just doing crazy shit and breaking rules. It's not Harry's kids. Harry's kids are losers. You know they are. There's no way. There's no way Harry's kids are cool.
You don't think Albus is the coolest guy?
Nah. None of Harry's kids are cool, and there's no fucking way you could convince me otherwise. James might have a little bit of
cool.
but he won't be. Lily definitely won't be cool.
Well, actually, James is kind of.
James was cool though. James was cool, yeah.
But he was low key cool.
Yeah.
Which is honestly.
Yeah, he wasn't cool like Harry. He wasn't cool like Harry though.
Yeah. But that can't be Elvis. I don't. Yeah, can't be Elvis.
Dude, that would be so crazy though. Like, imagine being like the kids that all go to Hogwarts, and your parents are Harry, Hermione, and Ron, and it's just like three of the most important people ever, and you're just
I was
like,
about to say, like, if your last name, if you're a kid at that school and your last name isn't Longbottom,
yeah,
then you're probably fucking lame.
yeah.
And you're probably not like the top 5 most popular kids at the school. They didn't have to kill Remus, man. Free my brother
Dude,
Remus.
and Tonks, bro.
Tonks is, I mean, that's also just unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, like, no one really gives a
remember
fuck
reading
about
the book
Tonks, but
and I was
like,
just like,
both of
why are
them
they just adding
is
more
crazy.
commas? Like, why are there more commas? Why are there more names? This is like 5, 6, like 8. What are we doing here?
It's
man?
not even like, it's not even an actual
why
paragraph.
is
It's just a list of the deaths, and it just keeps going on to the next page, and you're like, what?
Wait a second, like,
Bro,
what are we?
I still remember, like,
here,
I remember reading like Fred's
Fred is
death
one
for
thing,
the
man,
first
but-
time, and like, I remember reading that page, and then like I went back and reread it like 8 times because I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was
Well,
like,
did it look like he died?
yeah. It was
happens
written.
so fast.
Yeah, it's like, it's literally like one
Actually,
sentence
so fast.
Fred's there, and the next sentence Fred's not there, and it's just like, what do you mean he's not there?
Paragraphs. Fred has died, and you have missed it, and you're wondering why George is crying at the end.
Yeah.
And well, yeah.
And it's like, what?
That was actually disgusting. That felt vindictive. Breaking up the fucking, just killing
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I would be happier if you killed both.
Yeah.
I would be happier if you killed both, but you kill one. It's like a Siamese twin. It's like, what are you doing?
Because at least if they had
What
both
are you
died, they
doing?
could have gone out doing something hilarious, like, setting off a giant firework to kill a bunch of Death Eaters, but they also die in the explosion or something, and it's just like, that tracks.
But also, like, from Harry's perspective, like, I would have loved Sirius to live, but his death has a ton of impact. So it's hard. I struggle with that one, but like I kind of get it. But like, they had everything set up, and then you just fucking kill him, man. He's been living in a miserable pile of shit, and then he finds a thing in it. But fine, it has great impact. Lupin.
Yeah, Lupin didn't deserve that.
Who does he has? Nobody. He actually has nobody left now. Dumbledore's dead, and I think his death. He almost needed to die. So I don't even hate Dumbledore dying. It just felt like he was gonna die at some point. Like if it wasn't saving Harry's life, it was gonna be saving someone else's life. So I don't hate Dumbledore dying. But if you kill Dumbledore, if you kill Snape, if you kill Lupin, if you kill Sirius, James is dead. What has he got? Hagrid? Bro, Hagrid, I guess, technically is alive.
Hagrid's the only one left. Even Hedwig, bro. He doesn't even get a pet.
Hedwig, Hedwig.
It's like the second page of the book, too. It's just like, oh, yep, Hedwig's dead. It's like, all right, fuck you.
Oh, yeah. Green spell, Hedwig gone. You're like, what do you mean, green spell?
And then Mad Eye dies like, 8 seconds later.
You're like, wait, Mad Eye's alive. Mad Eye's, wait, the real Mad Eye.
And then they get to the burrow.
Just like
yeah. Then they get to the burrow, and it's like, oh, yeah, he fucking died, too. Like, oh, shit, all right. And then Dobby dies.
That actor turns out.
Literally all of Harry's friends are dead except for Hermione and Ron.
Dying, it's like, yeah. Dobby also felt like just a really good chance to make everyone sad. Was it necessary? No. Did it at least have some impact? It felt like after that, you're like, okay. And then Harry does kind of go fucking nuts. But
yeah. After Dobby dies, you're like
that had purpose.
After Dobby dies, you're like, surely nobody else will die. Surely that's the last one.
Point, when you're reading Dobby dying, you're like, well, this is the saddest and most devastating death of the book, and we finally gotten to that point. And it's like, wow, there's a lot of pages left, but like still, like, okay, it's a long book, she's wordy. It's probably nothing.
JK's just sitting
No.
there rubbing her hands, cackling.
Flipping a coin, it's like dead, alive,
Literally,
dead,
she's just,
dead. 3 deads in a row. I mean, we just got to do it.
she's just
Fucking
doing,
coin
she's
said
pulling a
to
Two
kill
Face
Tonks
while writing the
too.
book.
It actually makes no sense to kill Tonks. Makes no sense to kill Tonks. Like, you introduce somewhat interesting character with somewhat interesting powers, and you're like, but it would be funny if they died holding hands.
And it'd be funny if their child was orphaned. Obviously.
Wow, it turns out that they've been also, again, I hate just, like with somebody like, I hate undoing a lot of progress in work. Like, oh wow, Tonks and Lupin haven't had a great relationship because they've been away from each other, and the kid, hasn't got to see them as much, and it's this whole thing is complex, and so, but now look at that, Lupin and Tonks spending time together. You never see this, and the dynamic is, oh wait, she's fucking cool, he's fucking cool. Together they're so happy, and it's like, wow, I feel great for Lupin. He's certainly been through some shit, but being aware for it doesn't have to be bad, and you got fucking Tonks, and shit's great. Both dead. Orphan your child. Why does he actually, like, now that character is just like actually next Shigaraki? Like, how is he gonna cope with that shit, man? He can't go to therapy for that. He's not gonna be Harry Potter, bro. He's not a Horcrux, nor is he that guy, for being honest. So rough. Definitely didn't have to do that. But sure. Add it to the fucking pile, Michael. Add it to the pile. And we want a pile.
It's okay though, because, they get their get back here and there. Like Miss Weasley absolutely bodying Bellatrix.
True. Which, I mean, wish they wouldn't have sanitized as much in the movie, but I mean, we know what happens in the book. So it is what it is. There's not a lot of flaws with the movies, but yeah, I wish that was handled a little bit better.
They really
but
did.
Yeah,
they
that's
really,
a great moment.
yeah.
Obviously, like, Voldemort Lily dies. Like, it's not some bullshit where he gets saved too.
True. Though Tom was always just an asshole.
Yeah. It's not like Tom was ever like, you go back and he's redeemable.
He didn't ever have like oh man, I was bullied and now I'm mean. And it's just like, no, you were always a dick. Like, even when you were like 9.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. I think you can get there. I have a top 3. I think it's easy. The 3 might be tough. Okay. Let me ask you this. For the villains that did die, okay, top 3 most important or most impactful, or whatever your rating would be.
Villains?
What would be your top 3? Yeah, besides Voldemort. Besides Voldemort, top 2 villains that
Bellatrix has to be
that
one.
That got their get back, as you put it. Yeah. Agreed with So Voldemort and Bellatrix. Who's number 3? Because I didn't think of it, but seeing it makes I like it a lot. I would accept one other answer other than this.
I kind of want to say
It might not be
Wormtail.
the first. Okay, so I think Wormtail is a good answer. I have a slightly better answer just in terms of like what felt like the impact is Nagini.
Ooh.
I mean, Nagini dying.
Nagini's death was fucking important. Good.
It felt better than Wormtail's in my mind, but Wormtail,
I think Nagini's death is a better, like, the moment
Nagini's
is better.
awesome.
It's much better. But I think like the amount of shit Wormtail caused, I think like
way more than Nagini.
He deserved it a lot more than Nagini did.
Like the story, if the story is like a construct, it fucking Wormtail shook that shit up.
Yeah.
Nagini really didn't impact it a whole lot.
Yeah. Wormtail got basically everyone killed. Like everybody you've ever cared about, it's Wormtail's fault. Like
what a piece of shit.
But yeah, Neville cutting Nagini in half with the fucking sword is
Great,
peak fucking cinema.
great. You're reading it, you're smiling.
Yeah,
Guarantee
yeah.
you're smiling. You're like, oh fuck.
Especially after
Especially because in the
yeah,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, especially after like Hermione and Ron had been failing at it for like the past 20 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, they spend forever trying to find. They're like, oh, we gotta. At least Hermione's thinking about it because someone's got to be thinking. I mean, that shows how important it was. They had a whole plan to kill the snake. But well, they knew it was a Horcrux, obviously at that point. But
Sure,
anyways, but they're clearly game planning for it the whole time, and it's their only fucking job, which is kind of. I mean, bro, they did the least. All they did was all Hermione and Ron did is get with each other. That was the only thing that was accomplished. Which not a terrible trade-off, obviously, but
Neville can handle Nagini.
wasn't...
You guys can handle each other. It's all good. Everything worked out.
Could Ron have saved Fred? Like, could we have used these characters in different ways? Not important.
Look. Sometimes you have to sacrifice people for the ship, bro. Like,
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just seeing the list, yeah, Nagini seems higher up for me than Wormtail, but Wormtail, again, to your point, causes a lot of shit. I'll throw a honorable mention. Shout out to Crab. Just because it was like poetic, and there's not really a lot of other villain deaths that are even worth mentioning at that point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I can't even really think of that many other than like, because Coral, like, no one gives a fuck about Coral. No one cares about Coral. Coral's not like.
Yeah, like he wasn't a villain.
Yeah, I mean he was, but like he wasn't like.
But he wasn't.
You don't hate him at all.
You know what I
though.
mean? Like, it was
true. Like, okay,
right.
yes,
I don't
like,
blame him.
Objectively,
That's why
yes, he's a villain, but like you don't
like
know that.
Moody a villain.
Sure, yeah, you don't know that until the very end, and then it's like, and then he's dead, and it's like, oh, okay,
right, which is also how they did my boy Mad Eye, but
but Barty Crouch Jr. is him, bro.
Who?
Barty Crouch Jr.
Barty! I saw someone else reference that, and I was like, man, I never see anyone else referencing that, but I'm glad they did.
Bro.
It was something to do with the actor. But yeah. The actor was in something. Was the actor in something else recently?
I don't know. He was Doctor Who at some point, I'm pretty sure. And he was in Jessica Jones. He was a villain in that. He was dope in that.
In what?
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones?
Yeah. He's Kilgrave.
For someone referenced that though, and I was getting a kick out of it. It was just some blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Oh. I think. Oh my god! I remember what it was. This is enough barely related to pop culture and whatever just shit going on. So for the sports fans in the house, of which I imagine there probably are a few potentially watching this, but those that are, the LeBron James has said he's not returning to the Lakers. I don't really care necessarily too much about this, but it's the NBA. I follow the NBA. I like the NBA.
Sure.
So it is big news. The purpose of me saying that, well, to add a little bit of, I think, necessary context. A couple years ago, a year or two ago, Bronny, he has a son. Bronny James is his name. His name is actually LeBron, but obviously you can see the pitfalls with that.
Right.
On a basketball court where both of them may be playing at the same time, but obviously calling, even when one is just playing, you wouldn't want to refer to the son as LeBron, I think, for many reasons. But, otherwise there's going to be a lot of highlights like LeBron turned the ball over and LeBron can't make his shots because he's just a fucking kid, basically. A lot of people think he was a nepotism draft. He was drafted maybe higher than he should have been.
Sure.
He's not a bad player, but probably definitely drafted higher than he should have been, because obviously why would you piss off the guy that's partially running your franchise? Anyways, he's requested a trade. The comment I see, someone's like, one of those classic, like, um, I don't know if it was explicitly stated, but like a joke like, oh, well, the Lakers have LeBron James at home, and it's, Bronny James, but like someone was like, yeah, they should just, LeBron James should just start, suiting up like wearing a jersey that just says LeBron or something, and someone was just like, LeBron James Jr. And I was like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh man, best line in all those
And they
movies.
said like in that voice, in his voice. Oh, yeah, that was that had me giggling. That was a crossover I didn't expect. Stranger Things have happened.
I can't believe that
As they
line
say.
wasn't in the final season of Stranger Things.
Well, it wasn't actually.
No, it wasn't.
See, I gave
But
up on it.
it would have been that. Honestly, it would have been hilarious. They should have done it.
Dude, it could have literally just been. I mean, I don't know if one of these characters dies, but it could have just been one character just looking back and just been like Stranger. It's '80s, man. Just make it an '80s ending. Have it be playing. Fucking Don't You Forget About Me in the background. All right, for the last, we'll call it 45 seconds. All right, you wrap up all the character storylines just like that, or like sports movie. Take your pick, and you're doing that. It's it's just playing soft over the narration or whatever, or they're just showing you where everyone's doing or whatever. um and then you got fucking, oh man, I'm losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, so yeah, and then you then you get, inevitably the kids are together, or no, they're going apart. Very
Yeah,
important
yeah,
detail,
yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
this always
Obviously,
happens
yeah.
in these movies anyways, but it also would see. I haven't seen the show, but that should be an appropriate end of the show. They're all growing up. They're going their separate ways, right?
It's like
And
kind of
it's
how it
like,
ends. They're
okay, great.
not.
I
They're
mean, that's
not.
how it should
They
end.
all like graduate high school, and they don't like literally leave, but like obviously
Right.
they graduated high school, so they're
That's
leaving.
that's what's happening.
Yeah,
Right. So let's say they were more explicit about that, and they were meeting up at the old spot or whatever. I don't know. And
sure.
they, were hanging out, and that's like half the montage. And it's the end. They're leaving, right? And it's let me remember these dumb fucking characters' names. Oh, a favorite, Will. Let's say it's Will,
Oh no, they do leave.
and who else?
I'm tripping. They
They
definitely
do they do
leave.
have a scene like this.
Yeah, there's like a thing.
Okay, great.
Mike literally does it. He does like the narration
Right.
for it, and he's like, oh
Okay,
yeah,
yes.
Will move to
It's an
L.A.
'80s
Yeah,
movie. It
yeah, yeah.
makes
That's
sense,
that's what
man.
happens. It does happen. Yeah, because Mike's
Yes.
like Will
Okay,
move to
perfect,
L.A. and
perfect.
Lucas and what's her
Hmm.
face are like together still, and they
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
yeah, whatever. He does it for all of them. Yeah.
Right, right. So perfect. Okay, so picture this. We got fucking they shoot the shit, whatever. They're like, and Mike, saying some sappy shit like to Lucas and the gang or whatever. He's like, it's like, all right, well, or no, it's Lucas. We got to get the order of operations right here. It's Lucas or somebody else saying, it's like, oh well, I maybe somehow we'll run into each other someday. Somehow. I don't know how, but maybe somehow. And they're walking away, and Mike looks back, and it's like Stranger Things. I would have ended the show better. I know. I just know that would have made the show better.
That would have been
Give me
actually
full control.
iconic, bro. Just steer into the skid at
Stranger
that
Things.
point.
How could they not? How could they not? What a missed opportunity, man. Holy
Because I
fuck.
know people were like talking about
Because I
how
love the fucking. Go ahead.
I was people have been talking about how like they don't want that to happen for the longest time. Like since like season 3 came
Fine.
out, people have been like, please, for the love of
Fine.
God, don't end it with them being like stranger things have happened or whatever. And it's just like that would be so
Oh,
funny, bro. Please do it.
they could also, yeah. Oh, you could say Stranger Things. You could say Stranger Things happen. Like you could just, oh, you could do the classic. You could do like the like Shazam or whatever. Like there's other movies and shit like that. I'm trying to think of a good example, but it's like where it ends like straight, and then it just the music's playing, just like he looks back and he's like straight, and then it's like don't you, you know. Like, you can have your cake and eat it too. I think the people that didn't want that would be a lot more okay with that, where they just fucking tease it. What are we? Some kind of suicide? You know, they can work with anything, really. If you that movie might have been a little bit better if they did that. Actually, I think it would have been better. Fuck.
Do like the Fantastic Four version from like the 2015 movie. I can't even remember the line. He's like
Oh, try
the
to
four. It's
remember.
like it's something
What
so
are we
it's so dumb. It's like
doing, man?
it's something like the four of us are fantastic or something like that. And then he's like, "What did you just say?" It's like, say that again.
I'm looking it up for you.
Oh man.
I know this isn't it. What are we? Some kind of fantastic? I know that's not it.
Yeah,
but...
no. It's
but this is it. This is literally it. This isn't the 2015 version. Let's see what the new version says.
oh, the new version doesn't have anything cringy about it.
Oh, this is the really bad Fantastic Four.
Yeah. That's the one.
Wow, good one, man. At least they got one character right. This is a lot longer than I expected. Oh my god. If you watch this thing, skip to like 35, 40. Do not put yourself through the 50 seconds of bullshit I had to watch. Oh my god. I have seen this before.
Oh my god, dude! They literally end it the way that you were just talking about. They literally do it. It's like, okay, the thing goes. They're looking at like they're okay. So like, I guess like at the end of the movie,
Say that again.
the Fantastic Four have like this new facility or something. I don't know, and they're all like up on this balcony and they're looking at it, and the thing is like, oh, it's fantastic. And Reed turns and looks at him, and he's like, say that again. And the thing's like, it's fantastic. And then it pans out a little bit to where you can see all four of them, and Reed is like, guys, I got it, I got our name. And then it cuts to the title and the credits, and it says Fantastic Four on the screen. And then the credits roll.
I didn't finish it. Oh my god, I didn't finish. I just stopped there. This movie should be wiped from the subconscious of everybody that watched
that movie was so fucking bad.
How did they manage to plunge Fantastic Four further in the fucking dirt?
Yeah. I mean,
like the name.
Even
not necessarily like.
Even though like the first two Fantastic Four movies back in like the early 2000s or whatever, the second one's not is definitely much worse, and the first one's not like great or anything, but like.
First one's not demonstrably bad. It's just not great.
There are parts of both those movies though that are still like enjoyable and like I don't know, like
100%.
Even as far as like the casting and like
fucking Human Torch,
special effects and stuff like that, it's pretty solid. I mean, like
the effects are good,
and their suits look good.
Way better Reed than whatever the fuck I just witnessed. Has his balls dropped yet?
The suits they're wearing in that scene you're looking at, those are their actual suits. They don't have different ones.
Bro, it's just a shirt.
Yeah, they're just like workout clothes. It's fucking stupid.
At least maybe after this is the implication they'll get the 4 on the thing.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Otherwise,
but that's literally
frustrating to see the whole fucking thing. That fucking movie, and you never see them in the 4.
Yeah, no, they don't wear actual suits. They wear like those weird like space pajamas the whole time that don't look like super suits at all.
I love that this has become a meme because I've seen this meme, the say that again.
Yeah, say that again.
I love that this was so bad because like the comments are just like, we need to cast a huge jacked man for a Wolverine role. Say that again. But
bro,
wait. Prepare your uniform for your winter, soldier. Say that again. Wait a second. Wait a minute.
Be like, we need a captain to fight for America.
Yeah.
Say that again.
So how long we gotta spend at Freddy's? 5 nights? Something like that. Oh,
I got one. I got a funny one. You see, okay, I gotta set the scene first. You see Batman.
take
You
your
see
time.
Batman like flying off, like he used like a grappling hook, to fly off into the sky or whatever. And there's a guy on the street that sees him do it.
Mm.
He's like, he looked like a bat, man, to his friend. And his friend's like,
Wait, but this is literally like this is a scene in okay, I just realized this is basically a scene in Batman Origins. Unfortunately. This is basically literally a scene. It's not as bad, but there is a scene where that literally happens. By the way, what you just fucking said, I think it might be the opening sequence or cutscene of the game, because it's where like he beats up this guy or something and he flies off, as he always does,
sure.
and there's like two henchmen and one's like. He looks like a bat. I swear to God. I hope I'm misremembering that, but I think that was in Batman Origins.
As long as he doesn't say the man part, it's like fine, whatever. Like obviously he looks like a bat. That's the whole fucking point. But like,
which they say it a million times in the Arkham games, where it's like, oh, look at the bat. What the fuck was that? Or they'll say some bullshit like that. They'll say a million things like that.
Though it is different, like in the other three, when it's like, because they're literally calling him that like it's his name. They're not saying like he looks like a bat. They're like it's the bat. They're like that's like they're just shortening his name.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not the same.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, that Fantastic Four shit is so funny, bro.
These girls are so mean. Say that again. Okay, literally someone mentioned you're dressed like a Batman. Yeah. Okay. I guess the jokes write themselves.
I mean, it's like an unlimited comedy vein. It just
My parents are fairly odd. Say that again.
But they can't come up with one for Cinderella.
They're really far from home. Dude. Yeah, I mean that would be.
That's a hard one.
That is tough.
Though I feel like, I mean, they didn't. It wasn't cringy or anything, but like they definitely did that in like I think it was like there was a live action Cinderella that came out in like 2015 or something, and they made that part of like the story that her name was Ella. It wasn't Cinderella. And then
Ella Enchanted.
And then because she's like
always don't shit on Ella Enchanted, which I'm sure has got terrible reviews.
No, I'm talking about Cinderella though, because that was like the whole thing. It was like her name was Ella, but then I'm 100% talking about the live action Cinderella. I'm not talking about Enchanted. I know for sure that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
In the Cinderella movie, the live action
one, recent.
I'd be like 2015, maybe a little bit older than that.
2015. Yeah.
Her name was Ella, and then after her, stepmother and stepsisters, move in and her dad dies or whatever, they're like making her sweep the chimney or some shit or the fireplace. I can't remember. And she's got like cinders on her dress or something like that. No. And her stepsisters start like to make fun of her. Are like we should call you Cinderella because you're covered in cinders all the time from all the chores we make you do. So they
wait, now that I'm thinking of it, isn't that how it is in the original story too?
Is it? I honestly haven't seen the original Cinderella in a really long time.
I think that's because I think that they were calling her names, like they were calling her that as a name. Like
that might have always been what it was.
I thought I remember reading that in the stories, but anyways.
But that obviously not the same thing.
What do you think got better reviews, Ella Enchanted or live action Cinderella?
Probably not Cinderella. I've definitely seen Cinderella, but I'm not sure if I've seen the other one.
Okay.
But probably
I didn't really have fond memories of Ella Enchanted.
I don't know.
Anne Hathaway, by the way. Well, it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be a somewhat inversion of the story, but it's literally like not. So it's kind of weird. But it's Anne Hathaway. Um, and literally nobody else. But it's live action Cinderella has better. Is where I'm going with that.
Slightly.
By Rotten Tomatoes, by healthy margin, but by every other measure, yeah, not by a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that movie's not bad, or Cinderella anyway. It's just, I mean, it's just literally Cinderella but live action. There's nothing like nuanced about it or
Oh,
anything.
okay. Not a 5.6. My lord. Episode 7 of Blank has happened. Have Stranger Things. Yeah, that's enough for me to stay away, honestly.
It's because they wasted like 15 minutes having Will come out to everybody.
That could have been an email.
It didn't
But
need
also,
to be.
like, they could have already done this.
It didn't need to be. It didn't even need to be an email because it's so fucking obvious, and it's like there's no way y'all didn't know.
I also thought it, like, yeah, I thought it was, like, basically happened in season 4, but I guess not.
They
So
heavily.
they
Yeah, in season 4, they were like.
I thought it was the end to that.
They were like the whole season 4 was like, look, he's fucking gay, like, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
apparently
I'm like,
nobody
okay,
fucking
cool.
noticed except for the
I wasn't that
audience.
upset.
Yeah, apparently,
Yeah, I wasn't that upset at the whole thing, but
apparently people watching the
well,
show were the only ones that noticed, and it's like, okay. It also just didn't need to be that long of a scene because it's like it's literally it's so poorly placed in the episode too because it's like the whole episode is it's the penultimate episode and they're like, okay, Vecna's doing crazy shit and we have to go kill him and we need a plan to go kill him
yeah.
and here's the plan. Let's all go get ready. Right after they all go to get ready to go save the entire fucking universe, Will is like, "Hey, can I talk to everybody?" And then they all come and sit down.
Yeah.
And then he's
yeah.
like, for like 10 minutes, comes out. And it's like, just say you're gay and everyone get back to work. Like, it's like, Will, bro,
Right.
you've got like 4 hours before Vecna ends reality. We don't have time for this. Like everybody already knows you're gay, dog. Like, just. Or like have this.
I'm gonna look. Go ahead.
No,
Finish
yeah.
your sentence. I got
I was
something
just,
else
I was
to
gonna say have this conversation after we kill the super demon from another universe or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah. Uh, terrible. Terrible. I'm looking at the popularity of Stranger Things. IMDb has a listing, and
interesting.
it's first of all, shout out to House the Dragon number 2 on the list right now. I do not know what I Will Find You is, but that is number 1. House of Dragon apparently has been popping the fuck off. I
Yeah.
have heard that.
Apparently, last like episode was peak as fuck.
So that's number 2 right now, and Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action,
Yeah.
number 6.
Apparently, season 2
Hopefully
is
that's
really
been
really
getting
bad.
good.
Nope. Apparently, season 2 is
Oh,
really
it's bad. Oh, it's for the
Yeah.
wrong reasons. Okay,
Yep.
good to hear. Well, I
Apparently-
heard season 1 was already a disappointment.
Yeah.
So
Like I didn't mind season 1. Granted, I did not grow up with watching that show, so I was never like I was not like
I
upset.
watched it, but I didn't really grow up watching it. I
Yeah.
wasn't obsessed like everyone
So
else was.
when things were different, I was like, whatever, it's fine. But apparently season 2 does it like even worse than season 1 does, like just changing shit or leaving stuff out or like making characters act out of character and stuff like that from like their show counter or their original counterparts and stuff like that. And people are fucking pissed.
That's okay. That's hilarious. Okay, so good to know it could be on for the wrong reasons because coming in at just outside number 10, number 11, Game of Thrones. I'll be honest. Surprised to see it that high. Obviously, House of the Dragon has a
Yeah,
lot to do with
it's
that,
literally
but
just House of the
that's
Dragon
some
making
staying
people
power.
forget. Yeah, it's House of the Dragon making people forget the Game of Thrones has a terrible ending.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Guess what? Coming in at number 16, The Boys.
Mm. That's where
Still
it deserves to be
somehow,
lower.
yeah, I think it's going that direction. They have like little charts in terms of like how much it's moving. I won't tell you what Stranger Things is at because that's the point of this, but we're getting there. Or like I'm gonna we'll place it where it's currently placed. Um,
I saw something where
this
apparently like the Duffer Brothers were supposed to be like, I don't know if they already did like one season or something, but there's like another show that they're doing for Netflix or some shit like that. And I don't remember, I have no idea if it's actually true or not, but apparently like it got dropped or canceled or whatever
good,
already because of like, and I don't even think the first season's come out yet. But like, I guess
really,
just
partially
uh,
because of Stranger Things reception.
I have to imagine it was, the backlash of like people being like, fuck those guys, which is
What's even
hilarious.
crazier is, yeah, I mean, deserved. Um, deserved. Ruining concepts I hate. Speaking of concepts that were ruined besides The Boys, or concepts that were done really well, I should say. Coming at number 17 is ReZero, which is honestly really crazy to see it that high. Um, I think this show is becoming a lot more mainstream than I thought, but I need to catch up. Breaking Bad 19. I mean, no surprises there. Crazy it's been up that high, but when shows like The Pit are 27, Euphoria 25, Supernatural 33, so higher than The Sopranos, um, but Sopranos is a lot older, 37. Ted Lasso 38. Guess what? Okay, we have Avatar: The Last Airbender, the original. We have Stranger Things. We have Attack on Titan, and we have The Walking Dead and Better Call Saul. Where maybe that was too many names to give out, but where do you think those lie in like who's higher than who? Who's at the top of that list between Walking Dead or and again, this is just popularity. It could be for
Right,
bad
right,
reasons too, I
right.
suppose, right? But Walking Dead, Stranger Things, Avatar, the OG Avatar Last Airbender, Better Call Saul, and Attack on Titan.
I don't. I have to imagine. I feel like the weird thing. I don't know.
Stranger Things, if I didn't say it already, I was
I feel like Airbender's got to be like
popularity.
the top. Like I don't know. Like people glaze the shit out of Airbender.
So this is five, right? So yeah, I think it's five. So Stranger Things, Attack on Titan, yeah, five. Yeah. So out of five is maybe not what should be. Actually, it probably is what should be five. It's The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead
Yeah,
is
Walking
five.
Dead's fucking stupid. Nobody gives a shit about Walking Dead anymore.
That's Michael. That's 53. Okay, so we're there. We're the 53. It's just to tell you where we're at. Where is Better Call Saul? Well, that's 52. Better Call Saul is 52. Avatar, the OG Avatar, slightly more views than Better Call Saul right now, 51.
Okay.
Then we have Stranger Things, 48. 48. Unbelievable how far that's fallen off because Attack on Titan is still 43, folks, and at the top of this entire list.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I
And
mean,
you know that's
Stranger
not for bad
Things
reasons, but
should probably be below Airbender, but whatever.
and it will. But I'll be surprised if Airbender stays this high. I imagine it go a little bit lower just for obviously the other show being very good, but I can't imagine it being outside the top like 60. I mean, I can't imagine it changes a whole lot. These are higher than shows like The Office, One Piece, Invincible, just to name a few. Big Bang Theory. I mean, if you're watching Big Bang Theory and the Big 2-6, I mean that's
Yeah.
kind of wild. It's a good show, but
Big
like
Bang Theory's been over, so
It's just been a while. That's my point. It's just been a while. Lost is still on this list. Wow. Jujutsu Kaisen is number 89, folks. My Hero notably not on this list, I suppose. So, bro, Smallville number 93,
Yeah.
slightly above Mad Men number 95, which both very good shows, obviously. Suits should be lower at 85.
Man, the amount of times I've tried to watch Suits is crazy. Like, not that it's bad or
It's
that I
not what you want it to be, in my
wait,
opinion. But
it's weird.
anyways,
It's
go
like
ahead.
not that it's bad or that I don't like it. Like I definitely like really enjoy it every time. But I always get to like the beginning of season 3. Actually, I know what it is. I I know it's because
Uh-oh.
I know it's because spoilers for anyone that gives a shit about Suits. I know it's
Suits
because
spoilers.
Rachel and
Tell your
guess her
girlfriend to go
name.
out of the room.
I know it's because Rachel and Mike like obviously get together, and they get together at,
Right.
like the start of season 3 like for real like because they obviously have like stuff in the first 2 seasons, and then
Yeah, with all that stuff.
but they are like actually together for real at the beginning of season 3, and then I know that at some point some other I don't know what the guy's name is, I can't remember, but some guy shows up eventually, and then like
Yeah,
Rachel cheats on Mike with that guy, and then they break up temporarily or
correct.
some shit, and then eventually I think they end up together
Yeah,
before they both leave the show, and I'm just like I don't want to watch
yeah,
her cheat on him and them break up because honestly like their chemistry in the show is so good, and I like her
yeah.
a lot in that show, and
Yeah, she's
like
cool.
I mean I like her acting and everything, like I just like her a lot in that show, and I'm just like I
Yeah,
don't want to dislike you, so I always get like a couple episodes into season 3 and then I'm like I'm gonna stop right, and then I it's not even like I don't necessarily consciously choose like oh I'm gonna stop because I want to avoid that, I'll just like
right.
subconsciously be like I want to take a
It's like,
break, and
well,
then that break becomes eternity,
that's
and then
you
I'm
know,
like and then it's been like a year,
every
and
time.
yeah, and then like a year later, I'm like, okay, I'll watch Suits, but then I'm like, I have to restart because see, I have like a weird thing too, where it's like, if I don't finish like a show or a book or whatever, and then in like a
Bring
year
it back on
passes or
up.
whatever, I can't just like go back to
Yeah.
where I was. I have to start over because I'll just forget
Well,
stuff.
who would after a year? That if that's what you do after a year, you're kind of insane.
But like,
How do you
if I
remember
can,
that
but
shit?
if I do finish something, I'll remember it for eternity. Like it's like
That is nice. It goes away slowly for me. I have to rewatch.
it's like if I mean not like every little detail of like books and stuff, sure, but for TV shows though, I
Yeah.
mean I remember most stuff from TV shows. Whereas like Suits, it's like I remember a decent amount of those first like 2.5 seasons, but there's a lot that I always forget,
Yeah.
and then I'm like I gotta start over.
I think I've watched a season or two of that show via YouTube, and I'm done with it, man. I also think I saw the cheating stuff, and I was like, well, what the
Yeah.
fuck, man?
Plus, it's one of those shows too where uh, what you call it, because I mean they both leave the show at the end of season 5 or something like that,
Yeah.
and then there's like 3 more
Mhm.
seasons after that, and it's like that's not necessarily
Yeah, people weren't,
a
yeah,
bad thing
really thrilled about that.
all the time, but
Sure, they can they
like some
yeah.
shows were able to like pull that off, and like the quality doesn't like go
Oh
down
yeah,
really, but
but people
um
were tuning in. It was more of a drama show than anything else. People were tuning in for the fucking the Mike and Rachel show.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
that
yeah,
became such a huge part of the show
yeah,
that I mean, I understand it existed afterwards. There's a reason people watch it, I guess. Still, so I guess it wasn't a complete disaster afterwards. But like that was the whole show.
yeah. That's my other thing too. Beyond the fact of like not wanting to watch the cheating stuff happen and then breaking up for like a season or whatever the fuck. I'm like,
Fuck the law shit, bro. This is not a law. This is not a
Yeah,
law firm
no, no,
show,
no.
bro. This is not
I'm
a law firm
here. I'm
show.
here to watch Mike
was
and
just-
Rachel get married and live happily ever after. Okay, and that's what I want. And then they're not
It's just
in the
young and
second half of the
reckless,
show,
bro.
and it's just like, okay, fine, whatever,
It's
man.
just, yeah. I mean, at that point, I was fine. Again, watching these YouTube fucking videos, I was fine with it being like a soap opera. I was like, okay, when you frame it not as a legal show and as a soap opera, I get why people like this, and I like it too. This shit's kind of fucking. I kind of like this. It's good. And then the legal shit is just enough to kind of like have a decent enough background.
Yeah.
And then they're like, nope. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, it's like Harvey is funny, but like I don't believe
Yeah,
that he
he's
can
great.
carry
Nothing wrong
the.
with him as a character.
I don't believe he could carry the show without Mike and Rachel and have it be like as even close to as good.
I mean, it was the Mike show, and then it was pretty much very quickly the Mike and Harvey show, and then it was the Mike and Rachel show exclusively, basically.
Yeah,
And then it was a show
which whatever.
that
It's
I'm
fine.
sure some people watched and finished. The Rookie, people are watching this, man. Maybe it's for bad reasons too.
I watched
I want to
like
hate this show.
the first season of that.
It's probably good.
It's pretty good,
Seems like the quality is
But
stayed pretty consistent.
but it's
I
like
wanna
it's
hate this
just a
show,
cop
'cause
show though.
every
You know what I
clip I
mean?
see of it, I'm like, I hate it. I just hate cop shows, man.
That's the I like it's good,
Well,
but it's just
formulaic
that.
cop shows.
I mean, it is though. I mean, like it's good, but it's like
I'd rather watch Law and Order.
it's just a cop show.
I'd rather watch fucking give me SVU over Nathan Fillion's dumbass. No offense, Nathan Fillion. You're getting some shit I like, I'm sure, but I hate how big this show got. But that's just me being a hater. Supergirl number 2. Obsession also number 3. I really gotta watch Obsession. And Backrooms for that matter. Horror is actually what a comeback, man.
You do have to watch Obsession. You do have to watch Obsession. You do not have to watch Backrooms.
I've heard so much people glazing the Backrooms. Why
They're
not?
lying. They're lying.
They're lying.
Look,
Is this gonna be a hot? This is a hot take.
it's not a hot take. Backrooms was mid. It was like okay.
Mid.
There are parts of the movie.
Mid. You mean like 6
Like,
or something?
Yeah,
right?
I mean a 6.
I
Mid
imagine.
means mid. It does not mean shit.
Well, I meant more so in terms of like a 5.
Yeah,
But
let me see what I put it as. Hold on, I have it on my Letterboxd.
I bet you gave it a 6.5.
I don't do halves, but yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. Yeah, 6.
I mean, it's just a 7 on IMDb, to be fair.
6 out of 10. And here's the thing. It's like there are
on Letterboxd.
The issue with the movie is the parts that are actually in the backrooms and it feels like you're in a backrooms game. Very well done. Like the very beginning of the
Is that
movie.
not the whole fucking movie?
No. The very beginning of the movie opens with like cold opens with like a really cool like backrooms sequence, like when you're in, like a person in the backrooms.
Mhm.
That's the best part of the movie.
Sure.
Is the first 3 minutes because it's the most like a backrooms game that the movie ever gets. And then there's there's obviously backroom stuff throughout the movie, and that stuff is still done really well. But there's like some like them trying to be unique with making the plot more interesting than just you're stuck in some weird liminal space, and
Yeah.
that some of the things that they did plot wise are just kind of weird. They don't really make sense. And no offense to the actress, but the girl who plays there's like a therapist character in the movie. She's not good at all.
Yeah.
Like
Oh boy. Don't like to see that.
she like overacts a lot. It's like super noticeable.
Ooh.
And there's just like a lot of focus on stuff happening like outside the back rooms too. And it kind of feels similar to when I don't know if you watched it, but Markiplier made that movie Iron Lung that's based on the video game.
I didn't watch it, but I saw enough. about it.
It's kind of the same as that. I think I gave that. I have that on my phone too. Let me see. I'm
Really,
pretty sure I gave that like a 6 out of 10 as well. Because
that's
when
quite the
that movie came out, everyone was like,
coincidence.
"Oh my god, this is like so fucking good." Blah blah blah, whatever. And it's like people were glad that a YouTuber who wasn't like bought and paid for by
Right,
Hollywood made a movie independently
correct.
and it did well
Hmm.
because people like Markiplier.
Yeah, it didn't flop.
It was
Correct.
not that
Well,
great of a movie. It was kind of
uh,
cool, but it's not a great movie. But people were
yeah,
saying it's a
objectively.
great movie. People were like, "Oh, it's like an 8 out of 10." I'm like, "No, it isn't." Maybe if you played the game, and maybe it's me because it's like I didn't play the game, so I probably didn't understand a lot of like the references or whatever that were happening. Um,
Yeah,
but that you can't rely on that if you're making a movie. Like
I
you
was about
can't.
to say it's like if I see the backrooms, I know almost nothing about the game other than like the liminal concept or whatever.
I mean,
So,
that's it.
like
There's nothing else to it.
that's what I thought. Well, there's like some weird shit that happens, and that's pretty much all I know. So if that's the case, then I should come out the same as you. But we'll see, I suppose. For someone like myself looking to see good horror, I'd want it to be good.
It's definitely not good horror, that's for sure.
Oh, that's
Like,
unfortunate.
what do you mean by good horror? Yeah, I gave Iron Lung a 5. Like it's like
I mean,
it's
good for the genre.
okay, but like
Fine,
what do you
okay.
mean? Like
Like I
just like
literally just
it's a good movie and it makes horror movies more popular, like that's it?
well, yeah.
Or do you
Like it
mean
is a good movie that falls into the horror movie
I that
genre that is
I would
I
I
don't
don't
mean necessarily just more positive than negative, but like, you're proud to say like that was a good horror movie. Like that's some shit you would say
I
instead of just that it was a like this movie was fine.
I definitely would not say it's a good horror movie. That sentence would never come out of my mouth.
Okay.
It's a there's nothing like calling it horror just feels wrong. I like
Suspense, I guess maybe.
suspenseful maybe, yeah. But like horror is not
It
the right
definitely
word.
was felt marketed more like horror.
It did, but it does not evoke horror when you're watching it. The beginning does. The very like I'm telling
Hmm.
you, the first like 3 minutes you're it's very much the game. And that part is horror because you're just it's big
Yeah.
empty
Does it turn into
endless.
like kind of like Resident Evil where it's just
No,
like
no,
people are just kind of figuring shit out
kind of.
and just it's not really
Yeah,
that
yeah.
scary.
No, there
You
is
know
a
what I mean?
little
Like they're just like it's just planning and
there's a little bit of that, yeah, where it's kind of like they basically I think the biggest problem with it is they try to like explain too much of the backrooms. Like they want the backrooms to like
mm,
mean something in the movie and they want you to be able to
yeah,
define
when
it.
obviously it's just
And
a
it's like
game
it's just
with
supposed like the concept is literally that, you're a random fucking citizen and you accidentally,
it's
lean
like
on
the
a
SCP shit.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you lean against a wall, and the wall magically disappears, and you end up in this endless fucking room, and you're just stuck there forever.
Sure.
And like that's all the backrooms is, and there's no
Right.
explanation. It's just there's this
Right.
endless dimension on the other side of our world that somehow sometimes people can access, and that's it. There's no more lore.
Right.
And in the movie, they want to
Yeah,
add a
yeah.
bunch of stuff to it, and the stuff they add doesn't really make a lot of
Yeah.
sense. There's some cool stuff, I guess, but yeah, I mean
Mm,
the ending's kind of weird. It's not like super satisfying. It definitely is not a good horror movie.
interesting.
It's an okay movie.
Mm,
It's not a good horror movie. But yeah, and that was kind of like yeah, that was the same thing. I when I watched Iron Lung, I was like, there's some cool stuff going on, but it's
right.
and like Markiplier does a good job acting in the movie and stuff like that for the most part. But
Oh,
it's
he
not.
acts in it as well.
I mean,
I
he's the
forgot
only
if he also acted in it.
he's the only character like in the movie
It's a
basically.
one man fucking thing, really.
There's like one scene I think with like one or two other characters, but it's very brief. But it's mostly just him. Um,
That's they save money.
But yeah, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like it's an interesting concept and stuff like that.
Sure.
But it's just kind of like,
It doesn't need to be like over explained. Part
yeah,
part of it, the mystique being obviously that it's, inexplainable.
yeah. But like it was okay. It's not great though. People were acting like Iron Lung was like God's gift to cinema, and it's just like y'all need to
Yeah,
relax.
I really doubted that when I was seeing it. That I kind of sniffed out because I was like, I know, and then like I guess I don't know if the reviews reflected, but I imagine like it's kind of settled. It's probably settled at a more fair thing right now. 5.8, yeah. See, makes sense. I mean, most people are on the same page there. Um, that's dropped 46 spots. Holy fuck!
Yeah, the
Yeah,
fact
right.
that like the majority of
They got
backrooms,
Troy Baker.
what? Oh yeah.
Troy Baker, man, the legendary man. I'm sure, just like as a voice, obviously, but maybe he did play
No,
somebody.
the fact that like the majority of reviews for backrooms on Letterboxd are like an 8 is fucking stupid. That's just not true.
Really, on Letterbox? Force on Letterbox, bro? You shitting me? Yeah. You know what? That sounds familiar because, like, yeah, everyone's just been glazing it.
That being said, Obsession actually is like a 9 out of 10 though. Like,
I have seen extremely consistent things about Obsession. Everyone who mentions it, like, strongly encourages me to watch it as soon as possible. I'm like, dude, I'm just doing some stuff, man, but I'll get to it. It's like literally like next on my list, probably.
the low end reviews or ratings for Obsession are 8s.
Yeah. That's wild. It's crazy because I know it's memed, but like I watched the YouTube guys a bunch
Yeah, they're
actually.
funny.
Um, they're great. I love their shit. I only started recently watching. I'm not gonna pretend like I've been some longtime fan, but I probably started watching several months ago. Um, I don't really love shorts in general, but I was watching some of their videos and then I got suggested their short, and so I probably ended up consuming a good chunk of their short content. But then, literally, I didn't know they were associated with it until I saw the comments were like, "Oh, these are the same people that did Obsession," like
Yeah.
memeing the high quality of the short content, or like because their shit is just the quality is insane and the concepts are also insane. Which obviously is where you get something like Obsession, but um, yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that.
I think Obsession's still like my number 2 for this year.
What's number one? Or Supergirl or
No,
Superman? Superman come out this year?
no. Project Hail Mary.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's another one people have. I don't know what's been talked about more actually, Project Hail Mary or Obsession.
Probably
What
Obsession.
I've heard, it's definitely Obsession. I don't know why I'm even saying that, but I've heard it. Project Hail Mary is definitely number 2. Yeah, Obsession has 150,000 reviews. Project Hail Mary has 380,000. Holy fuck! Also, what is this about? Okay, literally have no idea. I'm just gonna go into it blind. I'm not even gonna fucking read the thing.
Which movie were you looking at?
Project Hail Mary.
It's about some stuff that happens in space.
Yeah, that's all I need. But yeah, that's gonna have to 2.5 hours. Isn't that good? Ryan Gosling, say less.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling, great actor. Great actor. Has proven it time and time again. His resume is starting to look scary good. I think it's safe to say. I may need to look to see what else he's done. But like in knowing that he did La La Land, obviously,
Mm,
which has got to be his best movie. But also
pretty sure this is his best movie.
knowing he also now you say this movie.
Project Hail Mary, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, you may be right. But knowing he also did Blade Runner,
I forgot about that.
like, I know. Talk about movie people fucking glaze.
People do glaze
And
that shit.
rightfully so. It's a good movie. Now, I'm not gonna glaze it, and I'm not gonna say it's like it broke new ground in the industry or whatever, even though it was cinematography was fantastic. But yeah, great movie. Ryan Gosling. That might be his best work. Or like best 3 movies, I guess is really what I mean. Forgot Barbie existed. My bad, y'all.
Yeah, Barbie does exist.
Don't think it makes the list, unfortunately. Crazy Stupid Love. Have I seen this?
What about The Notebook?
Oh, fuck. La La Land before La La Land. Yeah, fuck. I haven't seen The Notebook.
The
Fun
Notebook's
fact.
better than La La Land.
I know you're a big fan. I know
I
everyone
know
else
La
that
La
has
Land
seen
was
it
really
is as
good
well.
though.
That's what I'm saying, bro. La La Land was really good. I went in, talk about like expectation like Puss in Boots 2. Before Puss in Boots 2, for me it was La La Land. I wanted to hate La La Land and all the trailers. I don't like musicals, first and foremost. First off, if I watch a musical and I like it, that movie objectively is probably at least an 8, even if I would rate it like a 6. Um, so if you get me to like a music, like I still haven't seen Wicked, folks. Like
That's
it,
crazy, bro.
and
Wicked's so good.
I know,
Bro,
I
it's
know,
like watching a
and
Disney movie. The singing just works. Just it's like watching Lion
and
King.
that is what people have said, Michael. That is what people have said, and so I will. I think I will watch it at some point, but I haven't, and that just goes to show because I really should watch that.
Mm.
And
Wicked for Good's
fucking
also pretty solid. It's not as good, but it's pretty good.
interesting. Also, Wizard of Oz is basically a musical too, so it's kind of weird
True.
that I draw the line there, um, but yeah, La La Land blew me out of the water with how good it was. Um, but Moonlight apparently better according to the Academy. Hey, more pop culture jokes here. Never saw Moonlight. Wait, the Fall Guy? I actually forget it. Forget about it, guys. Wait, the Nice Guys? Wait a second. Wait a second. Actually, though, oh my God, I forgot he was the guy. He was the quarterback in Remember the Titans. Holy fuck, young. I actually forgot about that completely. Um, the Nice Guys, though, fuck. Actually, never mind. You know what? I take it back. I apologize. I was not familiar with your game, Ryan. This movie did not like make your career,
He hasn't
like
really been in
cement
anything
your
bad,
career as a
which is crazy.
uh, I mean, I don't really see anything crazy on here, anything sticking out. Nothing that I would certainly recognize as being bad. The Gray Man, was this a good movie? 2.8 Letterbox. I mean that means okay, I guess. Maybe he survived that one. He probably did the best he could with what he was given. Oh, The Big Short. Oh man, fuck. Wait, this has got to be bad. The Place Beyond the Pines. Oh wait, no, everyone loved this. I forgot about that. Blue
Okay.
Valentine. These
Apparently,
movies sound like they should be shit, and they're 87% on Rotten Tomatoes.
apparently,
Blue Valentine and The Gray Man should not have succeeded. Go ahead.
uh, Only God Forgives. Apparently, it was shit.
God forgives.
He's in that.
Oh yeah, okay, I see that. Okay, yeah, pretty universally not great. Doesn't not doesn't look like a recipe for success considering the budget was 4.8 million. What did they pay Ryan in exposure? Hello? What's the going rate for a Ryan Gosling, man? Holy shit. In 2013 was his value that low? This is after Crazy Stupid Love, after The Notebook.
Song to Song also is not rated very highly. He's in that.
So what year is that? Oh, I see it
2017.
now. 2017. Yeah. Oh, love triangles. I mean, he poor guy. A little typecast, but at least he's breaking out. He's got a specialty. We won't say typecast because he's been in a lot of other stuff. Say he. How many movies with Natalie Portman? Has it? Wait, he's been in multiple movies with Natalie Portman. Michael Fassbender is in that as well, and Kate Blanchett and Val Kilmer. Wait, and this was a bad movie. What was the budget for this? I don't. Whatever it was, they lost it all. 10 million.
And
For 10 million, you get what? For 10 million, you get Kate Blanchett, Val Kilmer, Ryan Gosling, Michael Fassbender, and Natalie Portman. Holy fuck! They had to be just friends.
I know, right?
We will make this for you. What were we gonna say?
Oh yeah, next Ryan movie is a Star Wars movie. BT Dubs.
Yeah, the Starfighter.
Yeah.
Or is it something different?
It's Starfighter, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that's good. I don't think it will be.
I mean, it's not gonna be bad, probably.
We'll see.
It just might not be.
I don't think
You think
even.
it could be bad?
Yeah, because it's just like, okay.
It doesn't seem that interesting, obviously.
Yeah, it's like okay.
First of
all, it takes place after episode 9, which it's already like, ugh, fine, whatever.
Well,
B, it's just like it feels like a side quest type of story. Like, oh, here's a random fucking X-wing pilot doing something.
yeah, it's a standalone. Yeah,
and
but it's also just like a pilot.
And it's like, it's not that like side stories or characters that aren't Jedi can't be cool or whatever, but
we usually gotta build them up as characters first,
yeah.
maybe, or like have them be important as well.
Having this be like the first,
and I'm sure they'll make them somewhat important.
Sure, yeah, but having this be like the first post episode 9 story, literally ever, and it's about some random X-wing pilot, and it's just kind of like, you need to bamboozle everybody and be like, oh, it's not random. It's actually super fucking important to what's going on after that movie, because you like. I don't know.
Previously unexplored period of time, so I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Amy Adams is signed on to this as well. I mean, there's your 1-2, and then Matt Smith is undoubtedly the villain.
Yeah.
1000%.
Mia Goth could be the villain.
He is the. Well, I mean, obviously they're both villains. Mia Goth is also definitely a villain.
They could both be villains. Yeah.
They are both villains for sure, and there's a chance Mia Goth could turn good at the end, but definitely not Matt Smith. He will die. Matt Smith will die. Mia Goth may turn good. She may also die. None of these other people matter.
See, I don't like Amy Adams, so that doesn't help for me.
Yeah. Well, she was so good in Arrival.
That movie sucks.
Is that the? Yeah. We should talk about that another time. Well,
I'll expand on it at some point.
We should talk. Yeah, we'll hit that cranny of movies beyond like all the animated and cookie cutter stuff we've done so far.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm about to pass out though, so I need to
yeah.
eat. I want to watch one of these movies. I don't know if I'll be able to stay up to do that, but
maybe, one of Ryan's movies, or
no. No, although I'm much more. I was thinking between Backrooms and Obsession, but
If you're gonna force yourself to stay awake to watch one, I would watch Obsession. It's definitely, I would say Obsession is worth not sleeping. Backrooms is not worth not sleeping.
mm, mm,
Guaranteed.
we'll see. We'll see.
You might fall asleep watching
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
Backrooms.
both. Well, that's why I was thinking of watching Backrooms.
You
If I might fall
won't fall asleep watching it. Obsession is that good that you won't be tired anymore.
I see. Fracture. I'm sorry, this just looks insane. When I see a movie with what's his face? I mean Anthony Hopkins, which is um Silence of the Lambs. I forget his name actually now. And Ryan Gosling in the same movie. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyways, all right. Good episode.
Yeah.
We never did the intro. Do we want to do the intro now?
It doesn't matter. It's
to throw
fine.
it in, or
Yeah, we'll just have it be without it.
I figure we've done the intro.
Yeah, people get
enough. Maybe we'll
just do the intro at the end and leave it at the end.
Won't do anymore. Or we'll just I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll
no, it doesn't matter.